So now I need to see if we have quality again. He's yelling at me to play Bayonetta. That's not happening right now. Oh my god. I'm really stuck on wanting to finish this game. I'm so freaking close to it. So, and I mean, I want to finish the dungeon under Kate Nua, your fortress as well, but at the same time, I don't want to spend as much more time on this. Yeah. Anyways, I don't expect anyone to be here. I don't expect anyone to sit around. Just as before, Isaac's around. He wants to work on D&D, so I'm able to do this. Hi, Ben Masai. So we're continuing with this some more. Yeah, that's what we're doing. Because why the hell not? Why does this picture look so pixelated for some reason? It's so weird. Why did you just scream randomly anyways? I know I saw you do that, Ben, but I don't know why you screamed randomly. Okay. So we're very possibly stuck with grieving mother in our party. And thanks to the last viewer who saw it, we swapped her over to being pike and gun. But the gun we have is two-handed, very slow pistol. But he said that it's the amount of damage that we do that's important. So let's see. Veil piercing versus deflection plus 10 accuracy granted to an ally. There was something I was thinking of. Oh, I was thinking I might have better armor for her. What did I put her in? Medium. 10, 10, 11. Compare. See, this gives Sunbeam, so at least she'll have another one. Recovery 45. 35%. Minus 45%. Eesh. It's not... Her recovery speed is... She'll be even slower. So maybe I should get her in quicker gear. Wouldn't that be better? Exceptional hide armor, recovery speed minus 25%. Exceptional plate armor. Damage resist 16. Hell yeah, pillars, love this game. I am super underestimating the number of people that are willing and wanting to watch me play any of these types of games. I don't know what to put her in. Like, I can throw her in this. Same. Faster recovery speed, so she'd move faster. Plus 3 damage reduction for Pierce. We can do that. But how does she look in it? And it's exceptional. So it's better than this one. Ugh, fuck it. Let's just give her... I don't know what... what was her current armor upgrading? Actually, what does she have that I can upgrade? So I can upgrade her might. Maybe I should give a might bonus. Constitution. She's got like nothing upgrading any of her stuff. Okay. So let's say this. How ugly is she gonna look now? Oh. She's grieving for her outfit. That's what she's doing now. Here, let's give her a nice hat so no one has to look at her. She can hide her face from the world now. There we go. Now she can feel like a proper grieving mother. Let's enchant this. Let's see. Of might 2. Yep. Proofing. Pierce proof. Damage reduction for pierced. That's fine. Okay. So what is this now? Plus 2 might, plus 3 damage reduction. Pretty decent, pretty decent. Okay. So that can go away. And I'm trying to think, did I have anything else I wanted to give her? Shimmering Cloak, plus 10 deflection against range attacks grants mirrored image. Mirrored image is actually good for her to have. Okay. So,
hey.
Let's see what happens
Just say
with
the
her
word.
with this. So I'm sending my rogue in
Found
for
it.
stealth for this reason. So that I can detect and disarm these traps. Because screw this. And of course this is closed. It seems like a bad choice to go in here right now.
Hey.
Guys, get in here.
Just say the word.
Quick save. Now, mind you, I'm not playing this game the typical way I've done on stream where I'm trying to kill everyone and everything. I'm actually playing this one with the intention of being as good as possible. I've already promised to the goddess of creation and life that I would return the souls to the Hollowborn children, as opposed to any of the other options. What the hell? Another soul. Oh. What's it called? How do you pronounce that? Yavara? Column of Vajra rises above you, stoic and silent. Its rigid layers a measuring stick for the passing of ages. It feels to you as a thick block of ice. Dear God, what is wrong with my reading right now? And you perceive buried deep in its core a dim, flickering flame, all but extinguished yet preserved against the ravages of the elements. At your approach, the flame seems to steady and draw strength, and the layers separating it from you melt away, and you are bathed in its glow, a bright beacon in the gloom. I'm back. Yes. Hi, Dooms. The glow seems to fade as though you had adjusted its intensity to, and where it was, Yavara seeps into existence, an idolic shade hovering above the moist prison floor. Idolic is spirit-related? Though ageless, she appears somehow different to you now, a slight stoop to her carriage, perhaps, or a trace of sunkenness in her eyes. There's a broad scar across her face, fibrous and wormy where flames once lapped, unhealed even in death. What the hell just happened? Steam just freaked out on me. Are we still online? Because, guys, someone say something. Because I can't tell if we're actually active or not. Let me see. Shows that we're still online. Something. Thank you, Ben. Yeah, no, Steam threw up the friend list and was all like, you're offline. I was like, what? Okay, anyways.
Hello, brother. It has truly been ages.
Oh, her face is a little fucked up. They used Photoshop on her picture.
You are so different now from who you were then. Yet much remains the same. Old troubles with a new face. What is it that has brought you here?
So this isn't just an image from the past. She's actually seeing and interacting. I go wherever fate takes me. I need answers. You better give them to me, Ghost, or I'll find a fate far worse than this. I want to make sure you still suffer for your transgressions. It would seem that I have unfinished business here.
I'd hoped after our last discussion you would find what you sought. Has it eluded you all this time?
Photoshop all over the place.
I can only guess your presence here has something to do with Theos. The energy of this place changes when he is near. I don't know what he has done, but I do know of the souls that pass through here now. They do not come by choice.
Theos diverted them from the cycle. He seeks to empower Wodoka and to blame Animancy for the damage he's caused.
After all this time, he would still stand against the tide.
You knew me when Theos did. There's something I need to know about that time.
I will tell you what I remember.
There's something about that lifetime my soul can't let go of. I need to know what it is, and I'm running out of time. I see moments from that life, of you, of the Inquisition of Theos.
I can see his influence, still hanging like a weight about your neck. So it always was. He had inspired something in you. We spoke of him the last time you were here also. It was just after the trial. You were agitated. I think because you started to consider that what I was teaching may have been true.
And what was that? Yavara's mouth tightens and her brow furrows, a look of pity. Her eyes shift back and forth between each of yours, as if looking for something that would help her decide whether to speak.
That the gods aren't real.
What?
She's not serious.
What?
Perhaps not to her. Many are those whom the gods have scorned. This is petty retribution.
What?
What I taught was that the gods whose faith we had been spreading were not gods at all, but something else entirely. Something created by people.
What? How did you discover this?
The Nguithan missionaries all knew it, but they never told the rest of us. They meant it to be a secret that died with them. And in the end, they allowed their bloodlines to fade from memory. I had been assigned to join a few of them at a temple. I found the door to their chambers closed, but the room was stone and the door thin. Their voices carried. I heard enough. I investigated the things they spoke of, and everything was there, just as they said it'd be.
If they're not real, then why does Wodoka want the souls? Later on, after I left the Order, a few Nguithans found my words persuasive and joined my cause. They revealed what I did not already know. Who created these gods and for what?
They were conceived by Engwith, a society of high minds and broad concerns. Theos' people. In their time, every people worshipped its own gods. Sometimes they warred over it. After a few wars of their own, the Nguithans sought an end to it. They devoted all their energy to finding the true creators.
I don't mind Durant. I kind of like his character, and he makes sense why he's so angry, but yeah, I kind of would have preferred a different healer. I mean, did you ever play Baldur's Gate 2, Liquid? With the elf, the winged elf that had lost her wings? I mean, you could have had someone like her. I mean, she was crying, like, all the time. Back when I had wings, everything was better! Seriously, it was like what she was like. In their time, every people worships his own god. Sometimes they word over it after a few wars of their own. The Nguithans sought to end it, devote all their energy to finding the true creators. Okay.
Generation after generation, they prodded and worked the stitching of the world and unlocked its secrets. One day, they found an answer. Except the answer was no answer at all. There were no gods to be found. Or if there ever were, they were gone. It shook them, this finding. If they could discover this on their own, how long until others would? How long before war and chaos reigned over a world without consequence? But they had mastered many things in their pursuit of these answers. And with their mastery, they crafted their own gods to fill the void, and sent missionaries to the corners of the world to spread their faith.
And this is why you started your own faith?
I never thought of it as faith, but I think you are right to call it that. Let the world see. Let them decide what to do. That was my faith. I became a missionary because the gods brought me hope that I wanted to bring to others. For a time, the truth sent me to a dark place. Then the day came when I realized nothing had changed, that I still had a purpose, and the purpose was the same and it was worth living for. I began questioning the other missionaries in public, exposing their parlor tricks. In time, their following became mine.
Is it true what you taught?
You asked me this once before. Nothing I can say would be any proof, and it may be certainty your soul craves. Resolution. But if you are bound for the same place Theos directs these souls, you will see for yourself, as you once did.
No, I agree, Liquid. I'm very glad that if Baldur's Gate is being made, it's something like Larian Studios. I mean, if it wasn't going to be Larian Studios, I would wish it would be the team that originally touched Baldur's Gate, which ended up doing Pillars of Eternity. But yeah, no, I'm glad they're very happy with their choice.
Everyone faces this truth at one time or another. Few confront it. Few have the stomach to ask what if. And in avoiding the question, they deny themselves an identity of their own.
Yavara scans her audience in silence, her eyes thoughtful, lingering on each member of your company in turn, finding interest in things unseen.
What if all the tragedy, all the persecution, came in defense of an imposter?
Is that Adir? Yeah, because Adir was about a god.
But that's not... That can't be right. Aethys, he's done miracles for people.
The power of the gods is undeniable. the truth of the story they weave is not? What if it were forbidden knowledge rather than fault that earned your doom? What of your guilt?
Margaret set a path for me. She is fickle and cruel, but that is how she teaches. You know nothing of the fires that have shaped me.
And what if the fires themselves were lies? Lies you told yourself to bridge the gap between experience and truth.
Beads of sweat coalesce on Durance's forehead and trickle down the sides of his face in streaming rivulets, as though he were a block of ice standing before a great pyre.
What if the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool of endless preoccupation?
She faces the grieving mother directly, seeming to see her as she does everyone else. But the cycle of birth and death is nothing more than a tool. Oh. The grieving mother returns Yavara's gaze, nodding her head almost imperceptibly. For a moment, all is silent. Yavara nods back, seemingly moved by some unspoken understanding. You feel the weight of Yavara's translucent eyes upon your soul. What if we can be assured of nothing? Then the only value is the things we create ourselves, that we best build our own strength so we can bear it, that only when we cease to exist as beings can peace be found. Then the only value is in the things we create ourselves.
And in the lives we create, is this not the essence of motherhood? To create, cherish, nurture, to give of yourself for the sake of another.
There is bliss to be found in the things we create, but sorrow as well. Every creation bears the imperfections of its creator, and its creator's creator. Art and song are creations, but so are weapons and lies. We must be careful that our creations do not consume us. I ask these things not to trouble you, but to show why they must be confronted. No answer is simple, but somewhere between them all lies a truth so beautiful, not even a god could conceive it. Do we not owe ourselves a chance to find our part in it?
We do, even without assurances, is still truth. No, people need to know that things happen for a reason. A fabricated reason is better than none at all.
That is
We do.
truly what you believe. Then you are a far different person than the one I knew. I've been alone here with my thoughts for so long now. I've found peace with my failures and with my punishment. I no longer curse fate for what might have been. But there is one thing that has clawed and scraped at my mind all these years. One thing that will not be put to rest until I know. Until I understand.
For the first time, hints of doubt trace her serene visage. What I'd like to know is, what are the gods then? What are they supposed to be? They're obviously real to an extent, but they're not gods, she said.
I need to know why you chose to remain with the Inquisition, even after you'd learned the truth. Do you remember?
Why you chose to remain with the Inquisition even after you learned the truth? Your teachings were a threat to all I believed in. I resented you. I wanted to please the gods. Your capture brought me glory. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to do it. I think that's what I would do with the way I've been playing it. I was afraid of what Theos might do to me if I didn't agree to it. Because it seems like my past self was a wuss.
Boudica gifted him a great many things, but his ability to manipulate was always his own. Good. The things I taught, the things I believed, I needed to hear that. I needed to know it wasn't because
I thought Theos was right? Or because I doubted you? Because I doubted you. I needed to know it wasn't because after everything you'd learned, you'd still rather believe in a lie. If that is the conclusion people reach once they know everything, then my purpose has been a mistake. Did my opinion matter so much to you? And that seems a harsh connection to draw. You are naive to be so trusting in people. Did my opinion matter so much to you?
I've always looked up to you, since we were children. You had heard both sides, seen everything. If not you, then who?
You're never going to be able to convince everyone of anything, true or not. There will always be dissent. That's kind of how I would always believe.
I expected dissent, but I needed to know that true faith would prevail. Perhaps I've been wrong to place so much importance on one person's actions. It was all I could do to feel like there was an answer. Even knowing what you've told me, some part of me knows it doesn't truly answer what I wished to know, nor will an eternity of silent contemplation. I will have only my guesses and suspicions, and that will have to do. And what of your understanding of our past? Are you at ease with the choice you made?
I see the world differently now than I once did. I regret what I did to you and wish your forgiveness. I would do it again given the choice. It wasn't me who made that choice. I bear no responsibility for it. Honestly, number 3, but... number 1, I guess.
I have always forgiven you. Whatever your reason, no quarrel of ideas can sever ties of blood and essence. No parting of ways can erase memories of times without worry. Times when even without gods, we were never truly alone. At first I thought this might be the source of your soul's anguish.
Darius was granted
Now I
steps of the
see I was
Weald.
mistaken. You are not divided on this matter. You have put it behind you. It is with Theos that your agony lies, in sun and shadow. Your questions are not for me, but for you. It may be that only an answer from the mouth of Theos himself will satisfy your needs. Yet if there is anything I can tell you that would be of use, ask and you shall know.
You bound here until the end of the time. This place, sun and shadow, what is it? How is it you speak a Darren? Do you know what it is I need from Theos? Why has Theos done all this? Why has Theos done all this?
He cares only for the secret he keeps locked away. He destroys anyone who might discover it, no matter the chances.
Wait. Oh. Hold on. Somehow, I can't see. Oh, I didn't move it up. There was an anonymous gifted sub to Caro3. Thank you for the gifted sub. It's very sweet. I'm trying to move my chat box up so I can read them, because apparently I was covering the most recent alerts.
That's why he's always favored Woodica. It isn't in her love of promises or justice. It's her disregard for the rules. Her willingness to do what is necessary. To Theos, she's not a deity, but an ally with which to conspire. When her power waxes, she does as she pleases with this realm, as well as hers. And she wants that secret guarded as much as he. If Theos succeeds, there will be a shift in the balance of power among the gods. Woodica was vanquished once, when the other gods decided she had gone too far, and her power diminished. With this infusion, there is no telling what she will do. The only certainty is that there will be chaos in their realm, as well as ours.
I thought I said Carl 3. Coro 3. Oh, it's Coro. Are you bound here until the end of
In a
time?
matter of speaking. This is Braeth Yamen, the court of the penitents. Souls are confined here until they repent. They must beg the forgiveness of a god, pledge their soul to them, and they will be lifted from this place to the world above. In truth, they receive leniency, but not true mercy. The spite of Woodica is eternal. They linger above, at the side of the old court, and are not permitted to leave the island, forever severed from the cycle.
Oh.
This prison was full once in the days of the Inquisition, but time weathers all things, even when I'm the only tenant who remains. Yet, I feel their presence strongly now, as it was in the beginning. You have brought many of them here. They cry out for the judgment of Theos. You have struck some bargain with the gods, then.
The other gods aid me because they want Theos destroyed. I owe them no debt. Better to be on their side than Wodoka's. Using the gods for the other gods aid me because I want Theos destroyed.
They aid you because they would bend you to their own purposes. Engwith built gods from ideals, and an ideal on its own is a grotesque and vicious thing. But these souls, these forgiven, the gods have bequeathed you like chattel. They were loyal followers in life. They will be with you to the very end.
Let me why don't you repent? You'd be free of this place. Let me ask you about something else. I know why she doesn't repent. She's not willing to give in to something that's not a true god. This place, Sun and Shadow, what is it? I could tell you what I believe, but again, it would be no proof. I have only what I have seen and what others have told me about it. There is only one man who can tell you now, who knows it to a certainty, and you shall face him soon enough. I will leave you to see it for yourself. Make your own judgments. Better for your soul that way, I think. Do you know what it is that I need from Theos?
I could not say for sure. But you have been to Sun and Shadow before, and it came at a crossroads in your life, when much of what you knew had been upended. I have to believe it will come to you there. Your concerns then were of loyalty and trust and the gods. Everything I told you seemed to send you further into doubt. His words mattered to you when you knew him then. After you and I spoke, you went immediately to seek him out. Perhaps you simply sought confirmation from the man you trusted. If something from that time still troubles you, it may be something he told you then, or refused to tell you. He keeps secrets better than any in this world.
How can I get Theos to tell me what I need to know?
You will not find a more resolute being in all of Aeon. There is no offer you could make, nor spell you could cast, nor pain you could inflict that would make him reveal what he hides. But I see you have become a watcher in this life. Perhaps in defeat, when he can no longer defend himself, you might learn something from him.
So I'm going to beat him up first. It's time for me to go.
Theos will not wait for you. If you do not catch up to him now, you may never find him again.
The gods have given me the souls of their forgiven. If you repent, you could join with them. Help me strike the final blow against Theos. She's not going to do it. Your defiance here is an illusion. You are a slave to the gods, bound to their rules, stuck in their system. Your continued existence is proof of the gods' dominion over all of us. Wow, that's like going super preachy on her ass. If you hadn't planted doubt in my mind long ago, I'd be living a normal life right now. Before I go, I will repay you for this curse. I'm not going to trap her. She won't repent for a reason. But then I will waste no more time. Farewell,
It is a
Yuvara.
cruel fate to wait all this time to be reunited with my only brother, only to be forced to part soon after. But then, what is life but a series of brief encounters with those we love? If ever we should meet again, in this life or any other, I hope to find you at peace.
Is the volume good enough that you
Hey.
guys were able to hear her properly? Is it guaranteed isn't listening, so I can't tell?
All
from
right,
her?
then.
Why? Are you listening? It's not the kind of game I would expect you to listen to. The pillow tugs at your essence, a pulse from the world itself moves through it. There was nothing wrong with me saying that, honey. You sound like it's like horrible. Huh?
I was listening in the car because I wanted to hear your voice. Now
I know, it's not a kind of game that you're interested in.
I like
It is good enough. Thank you, Amaya.
your voice is very soothing.
Just say the word.
It reminds me of a man I love.
It's very what?
Your voice reminds me of a man I love.
Yeah, I know.
Leave it
Okay.
to me.
Get back here. Get in that.
Your thoughts must flow deeply indeed.
Okay. Both
All
of
right,
you.
then.
There we go. Oh god. Jeez, that did a lot. Tactical meld. Connects the mind of the Cypher with an ally. Gain the ally's knowledge of his or her enemy, bestowing an attack bonus upon the Cypher towards the enemy the ally is attacking. Or we could just say detonate. Let's do that.
Spot on.
Did that do anything? She hit it for 76 raw damage. It's badly injured. Oh, there's another one behind it. Can you shoot that? Thanks. Come on, Durance. Are you doing anything? Or are you just gonna stare at them?
Gotta try.
Here. Use your flame blade thingamajigger. Oh my god. Durance! Move out of her way! Oh my god. Oh.
Gotta try something else.
She was just so funny. It's nice listening to you play this game. You love how into it I am. I am very into this game. And I will be just as into the expansion, because, not the expansion, the sequel, because I know the sequel is just as good. And I'm really looking forward to the sequel. That and the fact that your characters look better. I mean, look at this amazing portrait, and then you just look at her character. She just looks so much like her portrait.
Of course.
Okay, why did we do this? Get up back here. Can we? Oh my god. Durance, can we get some of this going on? I really want a good fireball. There we go.
Just say the word. My mind feels sharp.
Is she shooting? Durance, you can drop this. Here. Drop that.
Lavaru.
Lava.
Oh my god, she's so much. If the problem is if I do this, she's gonna end up hitting a deer. Just do another one of these. They're nice. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage though, does it? Graving Mother, she's hitting for 5, 6, and 2. That's kind of shit. Okay, what is this? Mental binding. Overwhelm the target's mental ability to communicate with its own body, paralyzing, causing its soul to emit a shock. What now? Phantom foes evade the minds of targets in the area of effect, causing them to believe they are surrounded by phantom foes, leaving them flanked for the duration. Ooh! Let's do that! Also, Durance, do this. Now do this.
Gotta try something.
So they all think they're all flanked. Oh my god, they're all flanked. That's so cool. Just shoot them. Shoot them.
Your thoughts must be.
Did we just get it down to just
Leave it to me.
this one?
This weapon's no good to me.
Who said it's no good to them? I don't know. You're fucking loving the game's music. The game's music is fantastic. It's not an is-it game, even though I would love to see like his opinion of it, just because it's not.
Just say the word.
It's the level of reading and the story involved, I guess. It's just too much reading. That's another thing that just heals us, I think.
Let's see what's in here. That'll do it.
Exceptional padded armor. I just upgraded her current one. This would increase her recovery speed to 20%, but it would drop her damage recovery to 10. But what would she look like in it? Oh, this is what she was basically wearing when I first met her. She does not look like this at all. And I was just like, what the fuck? Okay, So the AI, I swear I've never done any of these. Use pressed abilities now. Here.
Hey.
Yeah.
So if this worked like the last one, I should be able to go here. Yeah. It's just healing us. It's not bringing back our spells, I don't... Actually, is it? No, I have 3 of these. There's no way.
Just say the word.
Binding copper. Yeah, it's not telling us what it does. But it seems to heal us. Can you move faster? Here, double. Fast mode. There's a frickin' shade over there. Where's all these? Cloud of Death. Yeah, that's fun. This one.
Just say the word.
Okay. Everyone go to town. Oh my god. The hell?
Gotta try something.
Oh my god, she's already at this one. Okay, so... What is this? Mind Plague? Destroy an enemy's memory with calculated accuracy, leaving them dazed and confused. I don't think it's gonna work. Tactical Meld connects... Oh. Is it her enemy? No. Silent Scream. Soul Ignition. What if they are souls? Here. Do this one. Oh. Oh, it's not happy with that. This one is such a pain in the ass. Like, what does it want? She just did 44 damage to a Spectre with a bullet. We need the good fashion. Yeah, I know. Seriously. What does this do? Target becomes the object of concussive blast of psychic energy. Yeah, sure, why not? Oh. It's... No, it's not gonna work. Here, actually, here, have this. Because nothing's in the way. That did nothing! 14! I'm so glad we could find this. No, no. There.
As promised.
Okay. Someone.
Yeah.
Hi, Evan. Hi.
Not a problem.
Hi, how are you? I almost said hi, Dilly. Because I saw you say hi to me. Oh, that would have been great. That's fantastic. I'm doing well. When we went out to dinner, I went to the bathroom before I could order anything, and Hizik ordered me an iced tea, which granted I do get, but I was going to get coffee. And the funny thing is, I came out, and I was so disorganized in my head off the fact that I had iced tea that I wasn't going to get, that I completely forgot I wanted coffee. And then when I got home, I was all like, oh yeah, I wanted coffee. That's why I'm a little out of it. Pillar tugs at your essence. Honey, I'm not angry at you. Stop it. Not even... I forgot. A pillar tugs at your essence. A pulse from the world itself moves through it. Okay. We saw that before. Doesn't look like there's anything over... Oh, there's something over here. Nothing else. What is this? Potion of major recovery. Hello, don't mind if we do. Can't swap those out during battles.
Hey.
Just say the word.
Okay, where the hell am I supposed to go? Oh, right here.
Hey.
Okay, so... Double time! Go, everyone! Be fast! You've been super excited all day. Nintendo was fucking amazing at E3. I love the Nintendo Direct. I really love the Nintendo Direct. I was messaging Isaac while he was at work, and I was all like, Animal Crossing! Banjo-Kazooie! I don't really care about Banjo-Kazooie, but I know he does.
Just say the word.
And he was super excited for it. Oh my god, camping supplies. See, I knew we'd be fine. I don't care about this. What is this? +3 to survival. See, this is the one I told you guys about. I was all like, yeah, the only time that would be useful is if I use it just before camping.
Hey.
Except I always forget to use it.
Just say the word.
So why would I remember?
Hey.
Just say the word.
Why am I doing this? Animal Crossing. Yeah, but now with Animal Crossing, it's making me wonder, do we need 2 Switches so we can each have Animal Crossing? Because it was a whole different thing when it was on the 3DS. Now it's like, get a Switch. Because the 3DS is as good as gone. And that makes me sad, by the way, because I really like my 3DS. I really like my 3DS, but Nintendo's as good as, like, tossed it under a truck. They're all like, Switch. Switch is all about the Switch.
Keeping an eye out.
What is this?
Of course.
Just say the word.
Oh, we have some level ups here. What level are you now? Level 12 Rogue, okay. Mechanics. So let's upgrade your stat. And we leave these points so that when she levels up again, if she does, we can upgrade her mechanics higher. Vicious Fighting. So what is this? Modifies dirty fighting plus 10% of hits converted to crits. Effects 10% of hits converted to crits. Fast runner, deep pockets. Spirit of Decay, Heart of the Storm. I don't remember what the hell I was going for her with. Peasant, hatchet, spear, hunting bow, unarmed. I don't even know what bow I usually focus on with her. Marksman, +5 accuracy against distant enemies. Oh, that would be good. Because I use her for bows a lot. God damn it, Gunner. Okay, so let's do Marksman. Passive ability where she has a better chance of hitting things from a distance. Okay, what are you getting? This is Hilda the Paladin, not Hilda from Sims. Everyone kept asking that. You got the fighter pass to be able to download Banjo-Kazooie and Smash when they're released. Yeah. Animal Crossing is what you were waiting for to buy a Switch, and now it's coming. In 2020, actually, but I think it was their only thing they announced for 2020. No, they had a few things from highlights, that's right. That and the Zelda Breath of the Wild sequel. Survival mechanics. There's like nothing to put this into for her. I don't want to give her lore. I don't see a reason to give her anything else. Like, mechanics only works on disarming traps, which is worthless. Lore, it's pointless just because... I mean, I don't use scrolls with her. Stealth is kind of pointless. Here, 1 point in stealth. Done. Strange Mercy. Grant Strange Mercy when the Paladin defeats an opponent. Grant nearby allies endurance. Sword and the Shepherd. The Paladin's Flames of Devotion heal endurance in nearby allies. Modifies Flames of Devotion. 2 per counter. Ghost Hunter. Sanctifier. Vulnerable, no. Penetrating shot, no. Bloody Slaughter. Grants bloody. All attacks at enemies of low endurance convert some hits to crits, and those crits do additional damage. What are you doing? Why are you looking at me like that? What is wrong with you? Why are you making me feel weird?
Love. Love makes you feel things.
She's had this weapon for a while. Defensive. Hold the line. Grants hold the line. It's passive. She can get +1 enemies. Trains the character new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. What is engagement? It occurs anytime a character attacks an enemy with a melee weapon at close range. As soon as the attacker gets close enough, he or she will engage. When a character is first engaged, he or she will stop moving. The character is free to move again, but doing so provokes a disengagement attack. If characters break engagement, they have a limited amount of time before the enemy they disengage can attempt to re-engage. Oh. Bear's Fortitude. Grants +10 to Fortitude. Bull's Will. Mental Fortress. Kind of want to give her Mental Fortress. I mean, she's a freaking paladin. There you go. Mental Fortress. Done. So dark.
Hey.
Saving.
I can't see much, but I hear a noise like a pig choking on wet feed. So, I guess Durance is breathing at least.
Scroll of Maelstrom. Still haven't used it. I have how many of these? I have 2. Still haven't touched them. Okay, here. Let's try making use of this. What is this? Why do these look like statues of people running and screaming for their lives? Ta'anja Taras, Ring of Searing Flames. Grants combusting wounds, 3 per rest. What the fuck? I think everyone's wearing rings that I want them to have for the most part. You know what I've always wanted to do? Have my characters rest down here. This looks like the best place for resting. Meanwhile, we have a cat following us. Just be reminded of the kitty. Where is the kitty? Right here. What? To say what?
Our stream times.
We're very random right now.
Yeah, I had when I used to stream every day.
Oh. Oh, these are the spirits that came with me. What the fuck is going on?
Many spirits stir here, edged with anger, violence.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. Missed most of it.
Can you do that again? I had something in my eye. I missed most of it.
Hey.
I need to stop being so callous. 2 diamonds, done. Okay. This ring this way. Okay. Let's see.
Hey.
Like all these guys in their heavy armor just right behind being all like,
Yeah.
yo, you want to try stealthing? No. No. You leave your clanky asses in the background.
Hey.
Just say the word.
I'm in quick save frenzy mode right now because I'm just going to quick save like crazy. Until I'm absolutely certain. Oh. An Anguithan Shade? What the fuck is this? What is this thing? Oh, it looks horrible. You know the best part? There's so much space for traps right here. Right here.
You better run!
All of you, get up here. You,
Just
get all
say
the way
the
back
word.
here.
I'm on it.
Hey.
Why did she go in the front? All the rest of you, go after it.
Yeah.
You get over here. Oh, it's our friend now. My scepter must have dominated it. I'm not against this. I'm all for this one. Can I get, like, here?
I'm on it.
Everyone just kill this thing. Now kill this one. Okay, so I'm liking the pike and gun bill thing with her. Your favorite part with Animal Crossing New Horizons is the 4 local multiplayer feature? Yeah, that's why I was thinking of, like, we need more switches in the house now. Can you transfer data between the switches, though? I really don't want my data to be stuck on the one. Because I can't... It would have to be my new Switch if we did that. Just because Let's Go Eevee is on our current one. Boots of Speed. I don't need Boots of Speed. +3 movement speed.
Just say the word. I'll go on ahead.
Let me see. More topaz.
Nothing will slip past me.
Yeah. Also, everything here is dead.
Just say the word.
So far, I'm not seeing traps in this place. Is that a dead dragon?
Wonder what this is.
See? See? Gauntlets of swift action. Plus 15% attack speed. Don't we already have these? Yeah, we do. Who else needs gauntlets that are worthwhile? Here. Take these. Because they're better than this. Everyone has gloves now. At least everyone in the party.
Hey.
Yeah.
What the hell is going on over here? There's something else there. Why is everyone like scared of it? Scared of it. That was what I said. Scared of it. Hi, Chem. I just restarted. Chalky bits of bone break away between your fingers. Go faster. Just because you're moving cautiously doesn't mean you can't go faster.
Hey.
Just say the word.
Here.
Hey.
Nice save. Go. Because we know this is a thing. You were building him 4 and you just saw the notification. You mean Sims 4? Oh. Orangwith and Shades. We're surrounded this time. What was that one ability she used? Here.
Yeah.
Oh! Shadow Drake, why? What was that ability we used? The one that made everything think it was flanked. Where is that? It was this one. Let's use this again.
gotta try something.
Here. I mean... Oh god! The breath weapon! What is it using? Grieving Mother, Psychic Backlash hits Shadow Drake, additional effects. Shadow Drake, Fear Aura 1, and Gwithin's Shade hits Grieving Mother for 4 freeze damage, and hits with additional effects. Wait. Yeah, whatever. I don't need to read all that right now. That was definitely that. And people need to start healing themselves. Is this per encounter? This is per encounter. So, oh my god. Grieving Mother, really? Pain block. Increases damage reduction. What is this one? Produces psychic howl of the target area, stunning the target as well as dealing raw damage to all enemies within. They're undead. Are they are they able to be stunned? They can be stunned. There's no immunity to stun. Did it get stunned? It hasn't happened yet.
Mine feels sharp as steel.
It died anyways.
Hey.
I'm so glad we got all this spirit essence. Couldn't do without that. So it seems slightly dangerous to be touching the purpley stuffs. Oh, I got something on the wheel before. I forgot about that. What does this do? Distant advantage, exceptional robe. Steps to the wheel. It's an ability. The Watcher gives his or her foes a glimpse into the afterlife by displacing their souls, momentarily paralyzing them, and then leaving them sickened. Ooh. Once per rest. So that's in here.
Hey.
Okay. Diamond, minor bracers of deflection. Who has these? Oh. +5 to deflection. Don't you already have stuff dealing with deflection? No. What? 61? Oh dear God! Put this on. He's rarely dealing damage, anyways.
Hey.
Like protection stuff? Why not?
Just say the word.
Get over here. We still don't trust this place not to have traps. Well, I mean, the only traps it seems to have is giant fog that then sucks up souls. I mean,
Hey.
it's pretty bad as
Just
it
say the
is.
word.
I mean, honestly.
Hey.
Something right here. A whale? What the hell's a whale? Cyclopedia. It's just lore, tips, locations, deities, lore. We don't know what a whale is. It's a giant fish. That's not a fish.
Nothing will slip past me.
What's watching me though?
Hey.
The shadows in the cavern suddenly lengthen and swallow you. When your vision adjusts to the darkness, you find yourself in the midst of what must be another vision. You are surrounded by mists. The ground feels springy under your feet. You imagine that as soon as you take a step, the soil behind you will erase all trace of your passage. As if on cue, the mists before you clear just enough for you to take a couple steps forward. You do, and the fog closes behind you. You continue for several minutes in this manner, one step at a time, never seeing more than the ground right in front of you. Eventually, rays of light cut through the haze, and you find yourself facing a canyon wall. Durance's head twitches as though a mosquito had flown into his ear. He swings haphazardly at the air with his staff. Something whizzes past you. Just as you turn, you catch another whir of movement. Out of the mist flits a shape, small and round. You think you see another, and another. They tickle the corners of your vision. You turn back to the canyon wall. The sun shifts along its path, and what looked like a smooth rock face is the hollow of a cave. A figure steps out, its features shifting and changing before your eyes. The figure transforms from male to female, from Orlan to Amawa. I don't even remember how to pronounce that race. Its bones lengthening and its fur receding into its flesh. The only detail that remains constant is the smooth, eyeless face. The whizzing, rushing shapes from the mist converge on the figure, and as they form a spinning cloud, you realize that they are eyes.
You understand the value of a mystery watcher. A buried scroll, a hidden truth. These are my ways.
Is this the god of spies that wouldn't talk to us also in the one temple? Because he and Wodaka are both absent?
You unravel a thread, Watcher. One you have lost and discovered over generations. And following it to its end has only brought you back to the beginning.
Have I been here before? Whale giggles, a strangely modulated sound that rises and falls as the god shifts from one form to the next. Your search for answers to your past has led you to another mystery and one grander still. I'm here to stop Wodaka from tipping the balance of power. My goal now is to free the soul's Theos' trap. These mysteries don't matter to me. I just want to keep my own soul from unraveling. Another riddling god fantastic. I'm here to stop Wodaka from tipping the balance of power. Which means that you must scatter the very thing she seeks.
A nebula of souls, blind and brimming with potential. The answer to Wodaka's question and the beginning of yours. What would you do with them?
Thunderclouds form overhead, casting shadows of movement across the canyon. According to Hylia, it's possible to restore them to Hollowborn.
A song the world knows and tires of. The droning chorus repeated again and again. Better the improvised melody, the unfolding chant. The listeners sit rapt, and just when they think they have the tune, it changes again. Even the gods require fresh mysteries.
Whale folds its hands, grinning at you with an Orlan needle's sharp teeth. The clouds break and the torrent of rain washes Whale's features clean. His blank face molds itself again, taking on the shape of something you've never seen before. Do not consign the souls to the fate of some god's choosing. You have found them, now scatter them across existence. Their destination known to neither god nor mortal. Let them be lost again, new answers to new riddles. Behind him, the sudden downpour has carved new caves into the canyon. What end would that serve? But what would happen to the souls? You say I shouldn't let a god decide their fate, but it seems you're asking me to do just that. Intellect 17. Let's use it.
In a way. But something must be done, and hurling them from the machinery of other schemes is the truest course of action.
No. Here. Please. Thank you. I handed Isaac my water bottle last time to fill it. But what would happen to the souls?
None know. They could end up anywhere in the realms of gods or mortals, whole or divided. Discovering them again and charting their course through the ether will be a new mystery.
What end would that serve?
No end, Watcher. That is the purpose.
Farewell, Whale.
That is a word for endings, and this is but a crossroads. Even I do not know what you would choose.
Shadows from the new caves melt and spread across the landscape, covering you in darkness. When the light returns, the vision is gone. I mean... So what's Isaac up to? He's working on his D&D thing. I asked him if he wanted to stream with me, or if he wanted to stream or something, and he said he wanted to work on D&D. Because he had some stuff that came to him in his head. So, Whale... Let's take a look. He is. So, when we went to the temple, for those of you who had missed it, I think you were there, Kim, there were two gods out of all of them that would not allow me to talk to them. Whale and Wodaka were missing. Wodaka, we know why, because Wodaka's doing everything counter to what we needed to be there for. Whale's missing because Whale's been here. But he's the god of secrets, revelations, illusions, cryptography, obfuscation, perception, dreams, and visions. Whale is in and of itself a mystery with no consistent form or gender. Its followers revel in the facts of creating and unraveling mysteries. So he basically wants us to create another mystery. Every fucking god just wants their own goddamn thing. I'm so glad I could find that.
Just say the word.
Oh, that's a climb down type of thing.
I'll go on ahead.
Hey.
This is gonna be a purple, yeah.
Just say the word.
Oh my god. Saving. Hello, Argentimestrum.
All right then.
Yeah, saw that coming. This would be nice. Where are you going? You're going there. Go.
Your thoughts?
Okay. So I'm trying to deal. I'm trying to. Oh my god. What the fuck? Another one. Do you want to? We have to deal with those first. So what am I doing with this guy here? Did I do anything to that? Grazes Shadow Dragon for 57 Pierce. Barely injured. That's fine. Oh my god. Why? Okay, come on. Kill it. Are we feared? What are we? What do we have going on? We're blinded and frightened. That's why we're having a hard time killing things. Come on. Just... Is everyone ready to go after this thing? Here we go. Just here. Use this.
Leave it to me.
She's got 85. What are we doing? Mind plague, destroy an enemy's memory with calculated accuracy, leaving them dazed and confused before jumping to five other enemies. Can we be dazed and confused? Yes. Here, be dazed and confused. Well, it's definitely confused. It's so confused it's now our ally. Just beat the crap out of it. Oh my god, that was unintentional.
Hey.
Well, look at the kitty cat. Just so quiet right here. I have to say the recommendation to turn the Cypher into a pistol and pike was insanely good idea, because she's racking up points without me even thinking.
Just say the word.
I like how she was talking. We're like, shut up. I have a quest where I'm supposed to be finding out what Durance, something about Durance. Discover the importance of the disturbing dream from the mother. Find out from Durance what the fading symbols meant. I can't, apparently. I don't know what causes those to trigger properly.
Hey.
I just want to explore everything. So far there's been like no traps in here. Okay, that's no good. Come on. No traps so far. I love Durance's amazing hat. Oh my god. Just all of those. Here, use some one. She's pretty good with this. Here, get these. Oh yeah, the pike has a decent reach. Yeah, the spear was like you have to get up close, but the pike, you could be like a character behind. That's kind of cool. Why? Why does the spear do that?
Yeah.
+3 to athletics.
Nothing will slip past me.
I have fast mode on. See if she can find anything. But I want her to do it quicker.
Hey.
Okay. So there was something here. But there's also the door over here. Come on, guys. Come on, hop to it. You're supposed to be the fastest one. Oh.
Just say the word.
She was still in stealth. I don't want to go in here. I didn't want to actually go in. I thought I was just opening it. No one else wanted to help you fight Kim. What the hell? That happened earlier today too. Where like everyone was like, no, we're not fighting that.
You can't fight a boss alone. So one other person has to help you.
Help Kim.
I didn't see that Kim wanted to help.
Oh, you can't. You're Dilsic. Yeah.
No, Kim needs a friend.
All right then.
Wow. Rude. What? Rude. Kim, what the fuck? These stairs just go nowhere.
Sajida might be able to help you, Kim, but he's a hoe.
Is Sajida even here?
I don't care, he's a hoe.
A lone segment of the bridge rises over the ruins of an ancient city. It looks stable enough, but the wide gap leaves little room for error. Jump to the freestanding segment. Darius gets a running start and leaps over the gap. However, Darius cries out upon landing and collapses on the other side in a tangle of limbs. Why did we do this? This was unnecessary. And now I'm damaged with a twisted ankle. Oh my god. Why did I do that? Oh. Camping supplies, spellword amulet, ring of overseeing. Plus 10 defense against spells. Plus 10% ability area effect. Oh my god. This is bullshit. I don't want any of those.
Hey.
Jump to the other side. Darius misjudges the distance and falls short. He manages to grab the jutting lip of the bridge, legs dangling over empty space. With a painful gasp, Darius climbs to safety. Oh my god. And a sprained wrist.
All right then.
Oh my god. Like, yeah, you were feeling fine, right? Yeah. Thank God we got camping supplies. It's not like I don't need to reset some stuff anyways, but here, rest. Oh. The morning is cold and silent. You are upon the plateau of the birthing bell, and there's no sound, no wind. The sky is smooth, mortared gray. The forest beneath the plateau, nothing more than a jagged black silhouette. Even the rock, the Audra around you, it feels colder, the sun's warmth bled from it. Party King 726 experience. Against the cold black backdrop of the sky, you see the great birthing bell hanging from its arch of Audra. Its surface is tarnished, and the shadows inside the bell are dark still. It seems to press down upon you, or simply sadly watching, as if standing above a grave formed from the table of the plateau and the remains of the mother's womb that now covers its surface. And there's something heavy in your hands. It breathes, gurgling, slick and wet, yet that is all it is. You find yourself filled with fear. You don't want to look at what you are holding. You don't want to touch it with your mind, and it is all you can do not to cast it from you. It must have been a hollowborn. Examine what lies in your hands. The mass before you is vacant, flesh in the shape of a newborn, bubbles of saliva bunch at the mouth, expelled by its steady gurgling breath, its arms, legs, head lolling, limp. No thought, no struggle, no desire to cry in protest or pain. There is nothing from within. There is an absence in your hands. Your hands tremble, shake, and the silence is broken as the chimes on your wrists echo with the trembling. And the chimes do not echo in the thoughts of the mass in your hands. There is no soul within to hear it. Reach out with your thoughts. The only emotions blanketing the plateau are the pain of the mother. The child breathes, its heart beats, but it makes no cry. The child feels light, empty. There is no joy in it, no fear, no thoughts at all. Yet in the hollows inside it, it breathes, a thing of habit, not life. We're all gay here. We are all gay here. You cannot move. Your trembling has subsided. No, we're not all gay here. Your trembling has subsided, and the birthing chimes on your wrists are as still as the child. The mother is crying, eager to see, begging to see the child. You feel a sudden spike of fear of being hunted. If you give the child to the mother, you will be blamed, and her anguish and rage shall fall upon you. She will not spare you or anyone you love. Of this you are certain. But you did not cause this. Honey, can you ban him, please? Thank you. But you did not cause this. You don't think you caused it, and the mother begs, her arms outstretched. That Argento. Wait, Ken, weren't you able to do that? What is wrong with you and your power? The chimes sound once more as you give the child to its mother, and as the chime fades, there is the eager gleam, the welling joy, the questioning. And you draw upon it deeply, letting the hope stream into her eyes, letting her ears fill with the cries that you have heard countless times pass from other children on the bell. You hear the laughter in the mother's voice, in streams of tears that run down her face, and with a practiced motion you weave a life that will never be into her eyes and thoughts. She will care for the child as if it were whole until you set her free. She will care for it until you find a way to heal what has happened, until the reality cannot be dispelled anymore. And still, cradled beneath the weeping woman that birthed it, the child in her arms does not hear the cries of the mother, does not react. It is an empty thing that breathes and carries nothing within it. And the chimes on your wrists lie still. They are bound to you like chains, never to sound inside a newborn's mind ever again. Wake up. I didn't think we needed to ban. Maybe it's some kid who's curious. No, when they start going into the "Do you have AIDS?" It's that's not a kid. Kids know better than to ask that kind of question. That's someone who is going into full-on aggressive mode for stupid reasons. Basically trolling, going around finding people, getting angry, whatever. I don't know. Like, whoever knows what's going on with them. We could say 13-year-old going through puberty, having angst and needing to expend it somewhere. I don't know. But no, if that hadn't happened, that would have gone further on. Let's see.
Of course.
Well, this is already mapped. But I can still grab some stuff. Scroll of Defense and a Bloodstone. I don't really use these Scrolls of Defense. I probably should. Prayer Against Fear, Nature's Mark. I mean, yeah.
Yes?
Wait. Wait. And that's why we did the ban initially.
All right, then.
Because he's just gonna come back. He might actually be the same guy as last time. Because if he's the same name in the very beginning with several different numbers at the end. He's in here intentionally targeting. I'm betting it's the same person.
Hey.
So, I don't really care. Get ready to play Whack-A-Mole. You finally got one. Potion of Bulwark against the elements. It's a level 1 spell, isn't it? Yeah, they're gonna get angry and they're just gonna come in and they're gonna keep on saying that person looks like trouble. They're gonna get angry and they're gonna keep on coming in here with a different name and they're gonna sit there and constantly do the same thing and they're gonna be as angry as possible with it. Are you ready
to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
Is that supposed to be Theos? It sounds like Theos. Hey, you got a nice robe on, sir. He does, actually. Why can't I have that robe? I got this one. It's almost as nice. Actually, I think it's the same one. It's just in black and white.
Hey.
Get in here, Whack-A-Troll. Ring of Unshackling ×3. Grant Suppress Affliction 3 times. Why are we all getting this? Oh no. Okay. So, it's possible we might all need to wear this. This might be the game's way of saying you need this. Where's my other ones? Oh no, I put one on her. That's right. This is gonna be the final fight. Scroll of Restore Major Endurance. She's gonna need these. Is it the same troll? It's very likely. It's someone with the same first name. It's not the same name as before, but it's definitely the first name and then
I am
4
trusting
last
you
letters.
to remain loyal to the gods
numbers.
of this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer to me as well.
This is definitely gore shadowing. Yeah, that is Theos. Well, he hasn't come back after the first time. It's possible they'll come back. I'm expecting them to. +2 might and a +2 resolve belt. I can give this to her. She doesn't, oh, didn't I give her something already that increased her might? Damn it. Hold on, let me find out. The Exceptional Hide Armor. I don't know if that adds and resolve. Let's check. Yeah. Oh, because the armor has it enchanted on. What is this? Damage reduction grants wood skin when hit by a critical hit. But if she doesn't have anything... Damn it. It's the armor. This belt feels too good to just not use. Durance could use it. He would have to give up the damage reduction belt, but that's not horrible. Because I don't think she has anything for piercing and stuff. Defenses... Where is her defense? Oh. The armor. This might not work. 15 for piercing, 16, 11 cold. Okay, so it's not horrible for her. She could use it. So why not?
I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Oh god, look at this machine. This is what all the souls are going into. Yeah, because this wind is like the Bioac. So he's doing all this for Wodoka? This is a lot of work for a god.
Hey. Hey.
This is also, this chamber requires a lot of running around.
This is a missionary, same as I was. Taught the wrong things as I was.
What the hell?
Osionis. They have held off many would-be invaders.
That's the one kingdom? Is Osionis a kingdom? I feel like it is. Hold on. Let's check.
Hey.
You are ready to give a confession?
I'm ready to hear one from you.
Oh, that's Yonara or whatever her name is. I like how her name was so complicated I can't remember it properly. Basically my former sister from a past life. Memories of the Ancients. Ooh. Have we found him? Oh, I could talk to the grieving mother. She wants to talk to me.
Bearing questions, Watcher.
Hey, you read my mind while you were sleeping. Now's not the time, mother. I saw Hollowborn at the birthing bell. The grieving mother's head bows and she raises her hands, cradling them slowly so the chimes do not sound as she moves them. You feel a chill in the air, as if the vault of your mind is growing too large for the thoughts within, and your breath is laced with a chill. To your horror, you hear her breathing, ragged, hacking, but strangely steady, and you can see saliva bunching at the corners of her lips, becoming thick ropes of drool that cast themselves down her chin. There is the smell of blood in the air, new, wet, and the salt, sharp tang in your mind. Coupled with this is the smell of sodden undergarments cloying at your senses. Take her shoulder, try and steady her. Stepping forward, your hand falls on her shoulder, and then you feel her begin to fall, rigid as a falling stone, and you place your other hand on her shoulder to steady her. Throughout, there is the horrid, steady breathing. Her clothes are wet. It's as if she was burning with fever beneath her tangled hair and beneath her threadbare robes, as if she is giving birth. She's not wearing threadbare robes. She's wearing exceptional hide armor. With a slow hissing intake of breath, her head rolls back on her shoulders, her eyes pressed tightly together like the lids of a newborn. Yet past the lids you can feel the piercing stare, vacant, cold, horribly. You sense nothing from her. Not a thought like the Hollowborn you held in her memory. You know if you try and pull away now, she will vanish into herself and vanish from your thoughts, perhaps forever, and you have a terrible feeling that whatever connects the two of you will be cut. She is as helpless before you as a child, and you search your thoughts for a way to coax her to you. Share a memory of peace and comfort. She jerks slightly before you, then her head tilts and the steady breathing breaks, and she gives a racked cry.
I thought it was my doing. I thought that I had stilled it with my thoughts. The child. It was just a child. What was done with it?
I do not know. I think you helped give birth to the child, then gave it to the mother. It was a reverse of the previous memory. The child was born dead. You helped give birth to a Hollowborn, yet you made the mother think otherwise. Her breathing is steady again, but there is a life in it where there was not one before, and her emotions are building in her. Apprehension, confusion welling up. She seems afraid to do more than simply be aware the memory is there.
It was not the last Hollowborn on the birthing bed. And never again did I hear a child's cry.
You have found a death within me, one that many women have borne within them. The words swirl with impulses and weight, spiraling around her, and you feel as if you are being dragged into it. I sought to serve women in need, and instead my hands ushered no new life. What happened next, I bear the responsibility for. We shall discuss this another time. Let's move on. What happened
The
next?
first birth was the deepest,
Oh, God.
the saddest. Nothing I could do could find the child's spirit, guide it to him.
You feel a strange absence between you, as if your thoughts are being shared across a great distance. The thought bleeds out for a moment, then returns sharp, near, personal. I could not understand what had happened, what I might have done. I could not dwell on that thought. The child was always there, always a reminder of what had happened, a marker. I made her care for it. I made them all care for it, until I could find what had gone wrong. You made her care for it?
It was worse. I made her think it was whole, and then more births came to the bell, always before, and many were the minds I had to change.
A circle of empty children with parents' eyes burning bright. What happened then?
I held their minds within mine. I shaped and guided them as long as I could. With each passing day, each new birth, the strain grew. And the more I felt my control slipping, the more I focused my thoughts. Eventually, even I succumbed to the power of my own illusion. I'd woven the threads so tightly that I could no longer see through them.
And then one morning I heard funeral bells tolling in the village. The sounds of wailing rose through the mists. A mother had died, her mind so focused on the care of her hollow-born child that she neglected even to feed herself. And with that, the illusion broke. The townsfolk saw their hollow-born the way they were, not the way I'd wished them to see. By the end of the day, they began to look at me differently, too. I did not understand what had happened, but I knew enough to flee, and every suspicion that surfaced, every faded memory of what I'd done, I pressed it down, tucked it away. She feels cold, lonely, rigid. My skill failed me, but I did what was necessary. I regret the mother's death, but how much worse would it have been had I not acted? You inflicted your will on the townspeople. That was wrong. I don't know how to feel about her, honestly. You inflicted your will on the town. Well, she was scared for herself. She had to defend herself.
And yet, was the mother not also innocent? Did she not also deserve my protection? I feel the purity of my reasons, and yet little satisfaction for what I've done.
The right thing is not always easy, and yet if we can redeem the lost children of the dear wood, our struggle will be worth it. To rule another like that, even for mercy, is wrong. We must accept that there are some things we cannot control. I no longer wish for you to travel with me. Just kick her out in the middle of the final fight. No! Number 2. The grieving mother's mind is silent still for several minutes. She lets your words wash over her, seeping into the cracks in her own thoughts.
My actions only caused more misery. Worse, I took from an entire village, made them as empty and helpless as the children I sought to protect.
Yeah, you did.
But what then? Is it better to stand by in the face of tragedy?
Welcome back, Amaya.
Let it wash over the world, a hungry tide?
Life is often painful. You can't will it otherwise. Sometimes if your actions would only... Forcing your will on others is an injustice. How could anything but tragedy come from it?
I did not see it as such. I sought to weave a cradle with my mind, but it became a prison. For the village, and for me, your words have soothed my mind in ways I did not expect. I thank you, Watcher, for the gift of your sight, for using it to guide me out of the prison of my mind. Let us hope it can also free you from the illusions Theos has woven around you.
Addendum added. Oh, did I finish her Dream of Misery? Dream of Memory? Hey, we finished her quest. At the last minute. Oh my god. I didn't think we were going to finish her quest. So now I understand her whole thing. She basically manipulated an entire village into seeing a reality that she wanted to perceive because she couldn't handle the fact that the Hollowborn were being, well, born. Isn't this the voice of Mitsuru from Persona 3? I don't know Persona 3 voices, so who knows? And Isaac's not listening, so I don't even know if he would know, actually. You've come to a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Audra and trimmed with copper. At the far end, a great pillar of Audra pierces the floor from below like a ragged spire, its shimmering texture giving the illusion of boundless depth. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they are all questions. At the base of the pillar stands Theos, a look of concern on his face as he notes your approach. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all others, spinning madly in your mind, but you don't dare ask it yet. You need some admission from him first, some hint of the veracity of your suspicions.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. What brings you here?
Your mind races, weighing different angles of approach, your emotions barely in check. All these statues, who are they of? They are monuments.
They are monuments to Woodica's greatest servants among my people. I hope to join them myself one day, but my work is not yet complete.
The machine behind you, what does it do?
It has many uses, but its purpose is to bring structure to the chaos that surrounds it.
So what is this place?
We are in a sanctum holy to Woodica. There are others like it in service to the other gods. I come here often to pray for her counsel, and in this space I may be assured that she hears me.
Was Yavara telling the truth?
That woman sought only to destroy the foundations of peace and civility that my people sacrificed everything to build.
Was the entire Inquisition based on a lie?
The Inquisition was based on the need to cut the flesh from a rotting wound.
You are shaking now, having lost all patience for tact. No more evasions. You have to know. Everything you believed, everything you have done for the gods. Did you lie to me when you said the gods could end suffering? Theos says nothing. Are there no gods?
Theos is a god? A higher power? A rewarder of good deeds and punisher of the wicked? Something men can turn to in their darkest moments when their days seem only like bridges from one tragedy to the next.
Phoenix Fire.
Our gods are all these things.
With Theos' every word, you find yourself losing control of a boiling cauldron of rage and doubt and fear and hopelessness until you can take it no more. Are there no gods?
We are in a sacred place within earshot of the gods themselves. This is not the time.
Mad and
You've
calm.
been through much these past few months.
Theos puts an index finger to his lips.
You will return home and you will rest. When you feel you have recovered, you may rejoin us at the trials. The Inquisition is far from over, and I will have need of you. There are many who continue to spread the lies of the apostate. The Inquisition will not end until we have pronounced judgment on all of them.
His eyes linger on you, and there is no mistaking the threat behind it, and your rage shrinks at the image of an iron wheel in your mind, monolithic and caked with the dried blood of thousands. You do not ask your question again.
How did you find it?
Oh, he's right there. He's dressed better than us. How did you find it? I didn't. It was Lady Webb.
Another in a string of acts of petty defiance. For all her knowledge, she always preferred spite over reason.
There's a reason that guided her hand in this. You put her out of her misery. She loved you.
Then she should have obeyed. I ask one thing of all my followers. She was incapable. A waste of rare talent and intellect.
Blind obedience is a lot to ask of someone with a mind of their own. Her talent and intellect were too great for her to live as your servant. That.
What of your cohorts, then? They have followed you to their deaths. Is it loyalty that brings them here? Or is it, as my agents suggest, that they have no direction of their own? You worshipped Aethys, did you not?
A deer.
Your spies are good. What gave me away? The cape?
Yet when your god needed you the most, you chose your country.
A deer frowns, irritated.
We were being invaded. Not by anyone who was acting like a god.
Then I should think your hometown gave you a hero's welcome when you returned.
Theos gives a thin, patronizing smile. They didn't.
Well, they made cake. And I think you can expect folks to get jumpy when the gods aren't there to reassure them. Maybe if they weren't all too busy trying to kill each other.
The gods argue over how best to prevent Kith society from destroying itself. These disruptions would not be necessary were mortal instinct not so diseased.
Durant stares at Theos with a beast snarl. Theos watches him calmly.
You built a weapon that delivered exactly as promised.
I served my goddess as you did yours.
So, again, Durant's basically served... What was her name? Magna, the goddess of fire and war and destruction, and basically helped, I think, 7 others create a weapon that ended up killing the physical manifestation of a god. Which ended the Gods' War.
There was a message, whether she meant it or not.
Yet the other builders were slain, 11 of a dozen. Okay, so 12 of them. Why not you? Were you somehow different, redeemable in your god's sight? There was a message there, whether she meant it or not.
Or was it merely that your goddess wanted you dead as well, and your delusions of importance prevented you from seeing the obvious?
A whore's beguiling charms, nothing more. But the spell's broke now, Theos. The trial's over. I know friend from foe. And I've come here now to see a foe repaid.
You were able to destroy a god because another god wished it. Without her hand to guide you, you could not strike at a god any more than you could strike the sky. You are impotent, and not just from the pox. You are here because you are lost. The gods cannot reach everyone, I'm afraid. May you fare better in your next lives.
He directs his gaze at you.
I gather you have had your soul awakened. Why else would you shadow my footsteps like some stray mongrel? You think I have something to offer you, but our business was concluded long ago.
What do you know of our business? Our business will conclude when you have told me all I wish to know. I lived my life by the lies you told. You owe me the truth. One of us is going to die in this room. You may as well admit your lie to me before that. It's pretty much that.
I answered your questions once. That your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of little concern to me. I lied to no one. Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real. They are everything we need them to be, and the world is better for it.
You denied a generation its place in the world. That's true. Lied to everyone, most of all. You convinced me once that spreading your false faith would end atrocities, yet here you are committing your own that one.
The spread of our faith ended many such atrocities. I do what I must to ensure it continues to do so. The heart of this country has skipped a beat, nothing more. I have done far worse. I plunged the peaceful kingdom of Telosus into civil war. I slew the monarch of Desantio, whose people never knew hardship under his rule, and replaced him with a cruel despot who brought them to ruin. When plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not.
I don't know any of these
Piled
places.
their dead outside the city in heaps that rose above their walls.
This is supposed to diminish the damage you've done here.
It is to show the proper perspective. There was a time, back when your soul was still a shapeless mist, when the world believed only in false gods. Thousands of them. Gods that told them to take slaves. Gods that told them to make war upon their neighbors and devour the slain. Gods that told them to burn their children alive and cover themselves in the ashes as a sign of their faith.
God.
But all that changed when they learned of the true gods. Our gods. All those misshapen, bestial instincts melted beneath the radiance of our god's majesty. You could see it in their eyes. That dull emptiness replaced with the glimmer of a kindled spark.
You led them to overcome their nature.
No person can overcome his instincts by himself. Only with the aid of a god, someone he will respect and listen to, even against his every impulse, does he stand a chance. Have you imagined this existence? The one the apostate would have created. We are not all so virtuous as she. Without our gods, the most wicked, the most tyrannical, they would take that power for themselves. But more than that, it would be a hollow existence. All mysteries forever unanswered. All purposes constructed from meaninglessness. No endings to bring closure. Only a wheel, turning without mercy, grinding our spirits to dust.
You underestimate people.
For all my years, I have seen exactly what they are capable of. What the apostate asked was beyond any man. All I have seen, the millennia of experience. I will not be dissuaded from this course. This is the only way.
At least admit it. Admit to me the gods are not true gods. I need to hear it from you.
You have not thought this through. There is no leaving this place for you. I allowed it once, but you have made it all too clear what a mistake my mercy was. With your soul and thousands of others, I will see this world purged of its suffering.
And do what?
Hear me, Woodica. Your servant calls for aid.
Theos puts his hands out low to either side as though welcoming some unseen guest. He shuts his eyes and casts his face skyward. What's going on?
Roach 10!
Does he have knives that were just dancing above? What the hell are those? What the hell are those? No, you gotta get that one. You've gotta get that one. Actually, a deer just needs to be, like, here. What the hell are these? Wodika's headsmen? Why don't I have god powers? Weren't I supposed to have god powers? A glimpse in the afterlife by displacing their souls momentarily, paralyzing and leaving them sickened. It's defended by will. Resistances. +10 to blinded, dazed, dominated, hobbled, paralyzed, petrified, sickened, stuck, stunned, weakened. +25 to charmed and confused. +40 to prone. Oh, God. And he's almost as bad.
Gotta try something else!
That one's barely injured. Well, she's doing pretty okay right here. Mind Plague destroys an enemy's memory. No, I don't want to do that. What is this one? Detonate. Sheer force, inflicting raw damage. What is their might defense? 111! 111 might defense! What am I supposed to do with that? What is their lowest defense? We don't know what their mental defense is. Okay, fractured violates an enemy's memories to bring vivid recollection of past failures of the surface, leaving the target hobbled and weakened. Here.
This weapon's no good to me.
Oh. Theos is in this one. Now it's Wodaka's judge.
Fiery whore of a goddess!
Are you fucking serious? So we've already lost our healer. And my thief. Severe burn. Okay. What? This is a pain in the ass.
Breathe.
What is with the magic? And what is with, I mean, not the magic. So all we have to do is defeat Thanos and then return the souls. Yeah, that's all. Thanos. Theos. Actually, here. Let me see. I don't want to just make use of that. Causes enemies in the area affected and envision their worst. No. Here, just... no, I don't want to use that either. Here. Just hit this. Can we hit... Can we destroy his body? Did we manage to get... I don't think we managed to get protection. No, there we go. Oh my god. A deer. She's been doing this on her own. Do I have a way to keep us from being prone? I don't know if we do. Dire Blessing. Prayer against bewilderment. Conjures an intensely luminous beacon, causing enemies in the area to take a penalty to all defenses and accrue burn damage over time. Let's do that. Where's my character? He's on the ground. We're all on the ground.
I'm here.
She is 68. Fucking hell.
What?
Yes.
Like, having a character on the ground is bad enough. Can I pick her up? What was the spell for picking her up? I have a raise spell of sorts. Just use the Phoenix down. This one. I need to get other people out of the way.
Hey. Certainly.
This is my downfall with this.
Owen.
Okay, so she's up. And she can use this. And she can start attacking here.
Shed no blood.
They're gonna knock her down again. Like, seriously. Can you be poisoned? Petrified poison. I don't see immune to charm, confused, disease, dominate, poison. Fuck. Minor regeneration. Here, have a minor regeneration.
Your thoughts?
This is going great. It's badly injured though. Moderate endurance. No. There, a deer got its attention. So is he just... can I not hurt him at all right now? Can I sit something on top of him? I can't target him. How the hell did he manage to knock that over? It's so high up on defense on being knocked prone. And we still managed to knock it over. Okay, it's back in Theos. Here. Oh my god. Durance, can we just get some serious healing here? Doesn't he have an area effect heal or something other than this consecrated ground thing? Oh my god. You know what? No, don't lock her away. That's a bad idea. Here, do that.
Be careful!
Who's tired?
She's on the ground. She's on the freaking ground. Also, what is wrong with music? Well, he's a god, so you don't think... He's not a god. He's not a god. He's a person that just keeps on coming back and just remembers his every freaking soul. Here, go after that.
Me?
Okay. Where's the deer? What does he have on him? Holy Radiance. The hell is Holy Radiance? No, they'll end up defending against that. Here, take this. Potion, potion, potion. Why are you burning still? There, it's barely injured. He's injured. She's severely injured. Take a potion. Here, use some war paint. What is this? Potion of minor recovery. What does this do? Oh, it just makes hostile effects go away. Why am I using that? Minor endurance, twin stones, scroll of protection, minus 50% duration for hostile effects. Just be using it on her. Here, right there. Like, what does she have? 40 of this? Like, soul ignition forces an enemy's soul to leak energy. He said 113. No. He's got a really high here.
Why?
Are you fucking serious? Everyone just went down. Here, have a storm. I don't know what this storm is gonna do for you. I don't think we're gonna win this fight. Just mentioning. Like, oh my god, it's injured. He's injured. Can I just not here have them picked up? There we go. Here. Did that even hit? Crackling bolt. Wodaka headsman for 15 shock damage. 15. I'm so proud of myself. 15 shock damage. What is he doing? Oh no. So that's our problem. He's using clerical magic. He's dropping a fucking pillar of fire. That's what's been hurting us. What is this? Major recovery. Too bad none of these guys can use it. Do you want to just shoot at him? I mean, maybe he's a circle of protection. I don't think it's ours. I think it's theirs. They have shields for the faithful and crowns for the faithful. They've got lots of stuff going on. Don't really like anything that they're doing. Well, they're not hurting a deer all that much, thankfully. It's too bad she doesn't have anything else to help her with. He's barely injured. How is he barely injured? Everyone frickin' focus on him. All three of us. Oh my god. Go hit him with your book. Dear, please stop. You're dazed. Dear, stop. Barely injured and barely... This is not going well. This is not going well. This is not going well. So, I get the idea of what I have to do. Because of this fucking stupid clerical magic, we're gonna have to spread out. Because that pillar is gonna kill us. We will speed through this. I have to use the bathroom. I will be right back. Animal Crossing is not cursed. How can you not grow trees?
Of course.
Okay. So, let's go. I know now why they gave the rings, because it gives that burning thing.
You are far from your post, Inquisitor. It has
All these statues, are they made of? What was the Inquisitor? What is this place? Was Yarva? Tell the truth. Did you lie to me? Are there no gods? Are there no gods? This fight is insane.
How did you find it?
I didn't. It was
Another
Lady
in
Webb.
a string of
She loved
should have
you.
obeyed.
Her
What of your
talent was too
cohorts, then?
much.
You.
Your spies are.
Yet when you're...
We were big.
Then I...
Well, they make.
The god... You... Yet... Oh, you... I gather you have had your soul awakened.
Our business will
Why
include
else
when
will
you told
shadow
him.
my
The
footsteps
one of,
like some stray
might as
I
well
answered your
admit.
questions once. But your soul is not fit to accept the answers is of
you've
little
lied.
concern to me.
You're saying is somehow.
I lied to no one. Not to you, not to anyone. The gods are real.
4.
The spread
That's what I
of
did.
the heart when plague arrived at the great
Nothing
city
to justify
of our
these
bones.
atrocities.
But all that changed when they learned of the true gods.
Teach them there were no gods. You led them to overcome the nature.
Have you? But more than that.
You underestimate
all
people.
I have seen, the millennia of experience.
Admit the
You
gods
have-
are not. Okay.
Rock 10!
Is Mr. making his daggers float? Seriously? I might have to adjust my own grimoire for all I know. Steps into the wheel. She's gonna go here. Mother's gonna go here. Oops. No, she's gonna go here. And you're gonna go over here.
Oh.
There, I gave her a potion that makes her look like she's invincible. Are you serious already? Oh my god.
All silent.
Mow it.
Durance is already down. That's my only freebie up. That's not Durance. Don't do that. Restore critical endurance, go. Durance, what are you doing? That's not what you need. You need this.
Oh, thank you.
This is injured. We need to destroy this thing as soon as possible. What is Mother doing? She's just standing down here. We didn't give her any orders. Injured. Okay. So deer needs to be here. You need to be here. You need to move away. Because you need some critical endurance restored. What do we all have going on? We're prone. And burning. And my thief is down. Durance, what are you fucking doing? This is a little much. Here, give them some shielding. Potion of Iron Skin.
How late were you gonna stream tonight, huh?
I want to finish this fight. Durance just moved over here for no reason. What? Tiger? Yeah. What is this Crown of the Faithful? And bonuses to perception, intellect, or resolve. That'll make us hit better. Potentially. Spark the souls of the righteous ignites a powerful zeal within allies that manifest an aura that shocks an enemy near them. I don't know if I want to do that right now. Calls upon the aid of the priest god, restoring endurance and reducing durations of negative effects for all allies in the area of effect. Yeah, sure, why not? That's pretty good.
Nice!
Let's see what takes longer to defeat the main bosses or vampire.
Oh my god. I think this will be easier.
Oh?
No, why are you defaulting to anything? Stop it. His AI, he's trying to be support. That's why. This is barely injured. This is badly injured. I haven't been using my cipher. She's just sitting down here. Why do I do this to myself? Oh, and it worked. It feels like it's flanked. Oh my god. Heal yourself. And then Adir, drink this when you get up. I need to do something about my character. Spirit Shield, Grief's Authority, accurate melee attack that does crash / damage, bypasses some damage reductions, can stun the target. Oh, that was good. I think we want to get away from that. Did she just die? Oh my god. Crucible of Soul. Durance, where the fuck are you?
Oh?
Yeah, she just died. Okay, there's a reason to do that. It saves my main character, puts him off to the side, keeps him out of battle for 23 seconds, and it will restore his health at the same time. Can I stop him from casting spells somehow? Command single enemy to halt. Well, that's just movement. Don't I have anything to prevent against this? Pillar of Holy Fire. Burns everyone in the area of effect. Did I daze him? I did daze him. Okay. She needs to do some of this. He needs to do some of this. He's using the same spell. Despondent Blows. Dear God. Just hit it. Did she hit him? I think she did. Amplified Wave. Manifests the target's allies' mental strength and projects them outward, forcefully causing a shockwave that inflicts crush damage and knocks any in the area of effect prone. Why? Why can't she use this? Detonate. Here you go. It's just here. Can I do that? Yes. Shields of the Faithful, expose vulnerabilities. Do I have the ability to rip these off? I thought I did. I have an arcane reflection that'll bounce spells back, but he's using really high level spells. Like, if I could, like, why can't I angle this? Why can't I angle this the way I want to? Weaken and Terrifies, but only if it hits. That exposes vulnerabilities. Corrosive damage. How is he against corrosive? Doesn't say. Let's try it. Holy Power increases might and resolve of allies. No, don't do that. Not that one. Instill Doubt. Iconic protection. Creates a slow-moving, energetic protection of the priest's face, returning endurance to allies and inflicting freeze damage to enemies. Oh. Let's do that. Right there. Oh, God. Heal yourself. He's still barely injured! Okay, he's badly injured now. Just hammer him with shit. What do I have? This? Oh. That's barely injured. He's barely injured. I'm trying to turn him around. So, oh my fucking God, are you serious?
I no longer.
You know, I could do this.
What?
What? Oh, shit. Can I reach both of them? No. Dear, get the fuck up.
I thought.
Mow it.
God damn it, Adir. You're just gonna die again.
Gotta try something else.
I don't think this is working. And I think it might be my spell choice. He's near death. Beat the shit out of him. Drink your potion. Do something. Do it.
Fatigue is a
Of course he did. Oh my god. I'm out of the ability to bring people back, and the cipher is down.
Spot on. Gotta try something.
He's near death. Come on. My main character just went down. Why did I go down? Hits the headsman. Okay, so cleansing flame hit. I mean, I could be eating pies before we go in. But it's not going to change anything at this point. What is this? Twin stones. You know what? Why the fuck not? Oh, it hits everyone else too.
A gift.
Well, Adir is down. Here, have some twin rocks. It's barely injured.
I'm here.
Use this.
What? That'll leave a painful reminder.
Is he done? I think we're having some problems now.
Good fighting to be had on your back.
It's injured. Oh my god. Does he heal while he's doing this? No. We're back. It's just Durant's. We're fucked. Durant's run. Ow! Twisted ankle? Oh, it's because every time they went down. I ain't gonna beat this one way or another, but I'm gonna have to do it off stream at this point. Thank you for coming, guys. Huh?
When?
What? I can't really.
One more time. Come on, honey.
Fine. Sun and Shadows. Autosave. So the best thing I can think of right now.
Croak 10.
Well, one of my problems was the cipher. I kept forgetting she existed. She was doing nothing most of the time. So let's go back to doing that here. So far the original strategy has been working for the most part. Which is that this. Let's get Grieving Mother down here. Let's get me over here. Can we not? Is this... Wait, is that just a knockdown effect it's using? This bell thing? Because I don't think it actually is dealing damage. I mean, the knockdown's a pain in the ass, obviously. Increases the might and resolve of allies in the area. Did that actually work on you? No. Suppress affliction. Let's see. Okay, so the mother right here. He's still barely injured. I don't think this is going to do a whole lot right now. What does she have? She's at 40. What do I end up using her for with this? Okay. Because at least she... Here. And he's transferred. Which makes... okay. So he's injured, so he's not going to heal based off of that. Where's a deer? There. She's already dead. Fucking hell. Actually, no. Here, do this. No, put on the mirrors.
Hey.
And then it's deciding to just attack us like this, and hits us all like this. You need to heal yourself. So this is barely injured now. God damn it. Use these again. So now he's injured. Actually... Did I hit him? 49 pierce damage. It's still injured. What is it using? It's using all these stupid clerical spells. How do I remove them? Like... If I was level 1, isn't there Arcane Damper? Or something like that? Yeah, it's here. It's essentially a... Creates a nullifying field of antagonistic magical energy around the chosen point, suppressing all beneficial effects on enemies in the area effect. I need that. Because I'm not using Fireball or Lightning Bolt because he's too close. I need to switch out my spells in my Grimoire. Let's keep trying as we are right now. Let's see what happens. Even though Durance is dying... Oh my god.
Oh?
She hit for 41. Here, try this. Can you just heal? Can you just heal? And just... This bell thing that's just knocking them prone, I don't think I'm minding this so much because it's only knocking them prone.
Let's burn this.
I think you missed. It's near death. She needs to get away from here. She shot it. You all need to get away from there. Where's the suppress afflictions? There it is. Okay. That kept him from burning. Drink a potion. Can you hit him, please? You too. Leaves him weakened and terrified. Not a guaranteed hit. Here. Hit him with that again. How are you doing with this? It's barely injured. I'm very worried about you. I'm actually worried about her. She's at 43. Where is this flanked thing? This amazing one. Does he feel flanked? No. No, it didn't work. Did she not do it? I think I moved her too soon. Now he's barely injured. Take a necrotic damage, damn it. He doesn't feel flanked. He's injured, though. He's gonna do this stupid... Oh my god. Heal yourself. Ah! How is she confused? Durance is down. And so's a deer. Now Durance is up.
What?
Shoot him.
Mow it.
Oh my god. This is not going to do as much as I want it to do. Durance is gonna have to put himself away. Okay, he's gone. He is so fucked right now. Does it tell you how much health it has? It means they're dead. It's because she's a woman. Yeah, well, no, you don't really get to see how much health they have. You can see how damaged they are. Like right now, the headsman, full life. So these things are regenning or something. Him... He's basically a fucking cleric. He's healing himself constantly. He's flanked at the moment. Just fucking kill him. And I don't know what he's doing that's causing her to constantly be dazed and dominated. Dominated. Grief's Authority. Scroll of Light Endurance. Actually, here. Scroll of Light Endurance. No, don't put it on him.
It's on me.
And my main character went down because of the fucking fire spell again.
Hey.
Arthur, Worth, and Raw.
Shields for the faithful. What the hell even is shields for the faithful? He doesn't have it. We have crowns for the faithful. It increases perception, intellect, and resolve. Main character is down. Grieving mother being down is not helping anything.
No good fighting to be had on your...
And doing it again. Adir is the only one left. We're dead. You might have to research about their spells. Well, he's clerical. I don't know. I need to have to research that much about his spells. What I need to do... Why is Adir wanting to talk to me? Mother wants to talk.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I saw Hollowburn at the birthing bell. Take her shoulder, try and steady her. We did this. Share a memory of peace and comfort.
Thought it was my doing.
It was reverse of the previous. You helped give birth to a Hollowburn.
It was not.
What happened next? The Hollowborn, it was your doing. You made her care for it.
It was worse.
What happened then? You inflicted your will on people. That was wrong.
They would have
To rule
killed
another
the
like that,
children.
even for
I
mercy,
had
is
no
wrong.
choice.
Unless except there are some things we cannot control.
Actually, but what then? Is it better to stand by it? I did not see it as such. Your word.
Impressing yourself, blah 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 blah. Here, Adir, what do you want?
Doesn't that just beat all? Here I was, wondering all this time whether all these terrible things were people's fault or the gods. Turns out they might be the same thing.
Good night, Evan. Thank you for coming.
Wonder how things would have gone different 15 years ago if the Wraith Sarens had been told their god was made in some forge or kiln someplace. Would we still have gone to war?
It was their god who made them believe they were right. I doubt they'd have fought if they knew he was fallible.
I could see the rebellion still happening, but I don't know that they would have invaded.
He looks down at the ground, drumming his fingers against his side restlessly. When he speaks again, it seems half to himself.
I don't know. When Woden left for war, we, had a fight. As brothers will.
Wait, who was his brother exactly? His brother fought for the other side, we found out.
About him going off to war.
Adir looks up at you.
My parents warned him. They said you get a new country with every trip across the border, but your god, you only get the one. Me? I didn't know who was right. All I knew was I didn't want him to go. It's the same for families as it is for gods. You only get the one. I said every vicious thing I could think of, trying to change his mind. He brushed it off. Just got me madder, of course, him being so calm. He said I should come with him, but he'd understand if I didn't want to. I told him he'd better be able to face his god one day and answer for what he'd done. He said he'd keep that in mind. And then, he was gone. By the time I'd cooled off, months had passed. One morning it dawns on me that my brother always knew better than me. If he was so sure of what he was doing, then I should be there with him. Packed my things, and was on the road that same morning. Of course, what I didn't know then was he'd already changed his mind. By that time, he was dead on that field.
Do you think he went to Wade Win because of what you'd said to him? So if you'd left with him, you'd have known why he changed his mind? Do you think he went to Wade Win?
You live in a place like Gilded Vale. You don't have a whole lot else to do other than think about things you don't want to think about.
I honestly don't fully remember his backstory. It's
I hope that wasn't it.
I think it seemed worse than what it was, but it was about his brother.
It's what he thought was right. But it seems I'm not meant to know.
Let's be on our way.
Still one more mess we gotta straighten out.
Okay. So, I'm gonna quick save this. I'm not using this. I'm not using this. I haven't been using this really. So what could we use? Fleet feet. Empowers the target with unnatural speed, increasing their movement rate. Spirit shield, thrust of tattered veils. It's crush damage. Has a high chance to disrupt enemy spellcasters. Eldritch aim grants the caster otherworldly sight. Nah. I don't think there's a whole lot here that I could use, honestly. So let's put back those two. Let's move here. Bulwark against the elements creates a mystical shield around the caster, suffusing them with. But I haven't been near all the damage with him, so I'm not that worried. Miasma of dull-mindedness, but it's versus will. Infused with vital essence plus 50 max endurance for 60 seconds. Fuses the caster with vitality, giving them temporary increase in maximum endurance and health. Just in case. The one that I want is here. So I'm not using lightning at all. I want arcane dampener. Dimensional shift. Switches the location of the caster and one ally, leaving a shockwave between them that stuns all caught in the line of fire. Yeah. No. Blast of Frost. That's a conal frost damage effect. Where's this one? Death Ring. I think these are the only ones that I'm worried about right now. This may just be a bad party for this. Her. She's the one I'm most worried about. She's just dying. Like, instantly. Like, what the fuck? Enchant. Proofing. How about against crush proof? Because you keep getting crushed. Seriously. Do we want to try this one more time?
Hey.
Do it, man.
What is these scrolls of defense anyways? Plus 20 for all defenses for 16.5 seconds. Scroll of Stag's Horn. 42 to 76 piercing damage. Here, craft. Scroll of Maelstrom. Paralysis, prayer against bewilderment. We have those. Potions, level 4. Look at the major endurance potions. Craft those. Don't need more of those. Get rid of that. Yeah, you want these? It's great. Well, I'm not using this paralysis. What is this? Potion of Spirit Shield. What the fuck am I gonna use this for? No, I don't want that. I don't want paralysis either. Boiling spray. against bewilderment. So if she gets confused and dazed, doesn't work against domination. Scroll of confusion. Insect swarm? It's anyone in the area of effect. Grants the caster knowledge of a spell, which in turn improves the accuracy of every ally within range of the spell's influence. Every green recruits can be made to target with precision the weakness of one's enemies. Scroll of protection, minus 50 duration for hostile effects. Let's do this one. Here, take that. You desperately need a good set of potions. Here, have that. Oh god. Two. Here's three. Here, you can have two. These are really, really potent healing potions. That's why I want to use them. What is this? Minor endurance. Minor regeneration. Frightened. Don't even know if that'll work. Potion of bulwark against the elements.
To spread the word of the gods to the lost.
Where is that potion? Here it is. I can give it to a deer. He doesn't really need major recovery. War paint, iron skin. Plus 8 damage reduction until hit or critically hit. That doesn't last long. Give me that. Thought I had another one. I guess I don't. Damn it. What is this? Wizard's double. Yeah, okay. Come here. Ring of Unshackling. What was that one? Grant suppressed affliction. Oh boy. Scroll of restore major endurance.
I am trusting you to remain loyal to the gods in this. If you do not, you will have greater powers than me to answer to. But you will answer
Broad
to
belt
me
of
as
power. What? What is this? Light endurance. Fuck that shit. Major endurance. There we go. I've got 2 of those now. Yeah. And then the light belt of power. Remember we tried figuring out what to do with that. I didn't believe it was her. No, it was not her. +2 might, +2 resolve. Wasn't it Durance we gave it to? Yeah, because he was able to make use of it. And this is damage reduction to pierce and slash. Which honestly really needs to go to the thief. Damage reduction to burn and freeze. Grants wood skin when hit by a critical hit. There we go. Okay.
I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Come on, everyone.
This is a missionary, same as Oceanus.
You are ready to give a confession?
I'm ready
Certainly.
to hear one
Hey.
from you.
So what happens if I don't send my entire group in there? What happens if... Okay. New save file. Final fight. Okay. It's not going to matter, honestly, because they're all going to be in the right locations I want them to be in. But what if I put you here, and what if I put you here? And then if I said...
Just say the word.
You go first. See, the problem with this whole speech thing that happens... Just problems.
You are far from your post.
What is this place? The machine behind you, what does it do? All these statues, who are they? Was Yavara telling the truth? Was the Inquisition based off of a lie? Did you lie? Blah, blah, blah. Did you lie? Did you lie? Did you lie?
How did you find it?
It didn't. It was Lady
Another
Webb.
string of acts.
She loved you. Her talent and intellect were too bad.
Yet then you yet forward. Oh, you are. I gather you have had your soul. Why else would you shadow my?
One of us is going to die in this room.
Questions once. That your soul is not.
You convinced me once that spreading false faith would end atrocities that you are committing your own.
When plague arrived at the great city of Arborensis, I saw to it that the cure did not.
Nothing could just...
There was a time, but all that changed when they learned of the...
You led them to overcome their nature.
But more than that,
you underestimate
all
people.
I have seen, the millennia.
At least admit to me that the gods aren't real. This is a long stream and it's unintentional. Yeah, it doesn't matter where they're placed. You know what I forgot to do? I forgot to have my two warriors eat their meat pies. Oopsies. Okay. Game paused. First of all, I'm turning it to... I can't do that. I don't like having her up here with this. Sorry, honey. But... Put you here. Put the weeping, grieving mother here.
Yeah.
Slow action mode. Wodoka's judge interrupts Darius, hits him, drops him. Okay, yeah. So this is not doing damage. So it's not super horrible.
Just say the word.
Barely injured. Is he? Adir is already this low. What the fuck? Grieving mother. What is she doing?
Nothing I can do.
And she's gonna get herself. And Adir's down. And he's up. That was far too quick this time. Okay, so the reason I tried getting him to move was I was trying to pull him so that I could hit another one of these with that. Okay, so that's at injured. I wonder if I kill the statues before really dealing with him, do I have to deal with the statues being filled with him? Drawn in spring. It's blinded. I don't know. He's using a... It's like a wizard spell, isn't that? It's not a wizard spell, it's right here. He's using taps into subconscious uncertainties, reducing the speed of all enemies in the area of effect. He's... Crowns for the Faithful here. I did not remove Crowns for the Faithful. What is she at? 36? Okay. Scrolls. Maelstrom. Let's do this. What scroll do you have? Staghorn. She can't even use Staghorn. Scroll of Defense. We can use. I think the defense scroll lowers plus 20 defense for all okay, all allies. That's good.
Leave it. Enough of this.
Okay. So we're over there and a deer is down. What caused a deer to die? Wodika's judge interrupted Naya. Wodika's judge hit. Theos' cleansing flame hits a deer. It's the cleansing flame. Soul Jump absorbs 19 damage. Durance affects Durance with consecrated ground. Theos knocked out a deer. Yeah, it was this. Damage over time tick rate for 8.5 seconds. 290.2 burn damage. That's why it took him out in one hit. Jeez.
Second.
Mushroom.
Drake Shadow, thank you for the follow. This is a pain in the ass. But this statue's almost done. Okay. Okay. He needs to bring up a deer. We need a deer. So that's badly injured. What does this do? Shocks an enemy's visual receptors, dazing and blinding them, as well as blinding nearby targets. Did that remove anything? I don't know. It just knocked her down on the ground immediately. Drink this. Okay, come on. We're actually doing okay at the moment. I've barely touched my wizard spells. I don't know if that actually does anything to us. Did you... What? It's that fucking fire thing he's throwing out. That's this thing. What is he at? He's not even damaged. So let's hit him with this. Okay, Durance, get the fuck away. The deer. Drink your bulwark against the elements. Get away. Durance, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, getting in the way so you can get burned. Ugh. No. Can you just use a whole different spell, please? This one. Theos is near death. A deer. A deer. Fucking drink a potion. You are not doing well. There's a dude named Thor in this game. What? Is it one of the... Yeah, but is it one of the NPCs? Because there's a whole bunch of NPCs that are specially named. Okay.
What?
Here. Fix yourselves. Fucking hell.
Hey.
Here. What did he just use? Wodika's headsman interrupted a deer. Shining beacon. These it's fucking casting really high level spells for the most part. That's level 4. Piece of shit. Piece of fucking shit. Increase perception, resolve. What about mother? Mother. Here. Can we get it with flanking? Because you know what I want to do? I want to do another scroll of protection on everyone. Oh god. Like, what does Searing Flame do? What does this Searing Beacon do? Conjures an intensely luminous beacon of light, causing enemies in the area of effect to take a I should have moved them. Use magic wells. Thor is best follower, don't at me. Is that... Yeah, but is he in this one, or is he in the March of the... Whatever, the White March? Because I don't have the White March. I should have fucking just... Did she already pick someone? She did. She picked up Durance. Get up. No. It's fine. It's fine. There you go. Can you get some major healings going on here? Restore critical?
I meant to do that.
That's not a lot. It's not as much as I would like it to be. Where is she? She's over here. This is injured. It's still just injured. I'm fucking annoyed with this. Fucking be more than injured. Here, I'm gonna try and dispel your shit. Oh, it's flanked. I got rid of all of its protections. So excited. Kill it. Where's Mother? Where are you? Oh, you're right there. I can't see her. She's right there. What is she doing?
Just say the word.
She's trying to shoot a gun again. She hit for 33. Thank God. Is it still flanked? It's still flanked.
Can do.
Get behind it.
You're mine.
It's near death. It's near death. Why can't I use these? Already activated? What the hell does that mean? What do you mean already activated? Did I run into a bug? I'm so angry. It won't let me cast this my minor missile spell. Take a fucking necrotic lance then. He's not even damaged anymore! Let me try this. Okay, Durance, you need to fuck away from them. Dear, you barely use this. It's not like you're gonna use it for anything else. Father, get away. He doesn't have new spells on yet. What is wrong with her? Shields for the faithful, minor intercession. Why isn't she able to move? I don't know. Oh. Hilda over here is fucking turned. Let's see. Here. We like this on you. He's injured. Can you... He's not doing a whole very well with this. I don't know what he's got going on in his life. Here, have a maelstrom. What do you have going on? Minor endurance restoration, twin stones, more protection. Here we go. He's near death. He's near death! Kill him! Murder!
Might need some help here.
Dear, don't die! Can't fucking use this spell. I can use this one though.
Spot on.
Oh my god. He's chunks! Quick save! Didn't let me. Didn't let me. He's not just dead, he exploded! Naya's off in the corner here being all like, bitch, I got a crown. At your feet rests the body of Theos, hollow, the dense wrinkles shaped by the silent shouldering of an eternal burden now smoothed across his color-drained face. His soul remains still for the moment, defenseless, its energy expended in defeat. It lies sprawled across his body like a death shroud.
thousands of souls he has tortured. Would that he could live those sufferings 1,000 times himself.
And the grieving mother's eyes are cold and hollow as she looks at Theos.
He was good at serving his god, I give him that. He should have picked a better one.
Explore Theos' soul. With a deep breath, you plunge into Theos' soul, and where in Brackenbury it had been a maze of narrow corridors and dead ends, now it is expansive and borderless, its walls crumbling into heaps like the ruins of Engwyth as you pass through them. You travel for what seems like ages, rushing to a known destination, a memory you glimpsed once before. At last you see it, no more than a pinprick of light at the end of a long tunnel, expanding slowly at first, then quickly as you near. You come out in the room you are standing in now, but it is new and pristine and filled with people, thousands of them, all turned towards the great Audra pillar and the machine that encases it. Theos stands at the machine and you are one with him now. You look out at the crowd, at faces of shriveled old men and cherub-cheeked little girls, at mothers bouncing infants to quiet them, and fathers clasping their children's restless hands and watching you with somber acceptance. A woman with tears in her eyes gives you a small nod. You turn back toward the machine, your breaths constricted beneath the weight of unwanted knowledge, preparing yourself to set out alone on a journey without end. You close your eyes and open them again to find the machine still in front of you, beckoning. You take your place in front of it and place your hands upon a large mechanical disc at the base of the great crystal column and speak a single word. Giant rings creak to life, building speed, setting arrays of carved draconic mouths aglow and sending tremors to the platform beneath you. The entire room shakes now with the force of the accelerating machine, all sound drowned out by its deep, deafening thrum. Brilliant tendrils of light arc outward from the pillar in all directions, and you look over your shoulder to see them engulfing the crowd, burning them brightly like hot iron. One by one, the tendrils disappear, leaving ashen effigies where people once stood, many of them disintegrating into gray heaps under the stress of the tremors. You look above to the Audra pillar, and a glowing spherical mass has begun to coalesce atop the column where the arcs converge. It grows and pulses, translucent and bulbous like some immense chrysalis, suspended in slow rotation as though it were being spun from the arcs of light. When the last arc disappears, the spectral mass hangs a moment, no longer rotating, so bright you must shield your eyes with an outstretched hand, and it seems to you as though it is looking at you. You bow your head in acknowledgement and look back up to see it melt into the pillar like warm candle wax. The pillar flares with a flash of light bright as the sun itself, then fades to darkness. The machine slows down to an abrupt halt, and when the last echo of its grinding cogs has passed, the chamber is still, and you are alone. From all sides, reality begins to bleed in through the memory, and you find yourself in your own skin once more, looking down on Theos' lifeless body. That was just Theos killing everyone in this room? You sense a listlessness into Theos' soul, an overwhelming fatigue that hinders its immediate escape and makes it vulnerable to manipulation. You feel as though your victory has given you some kind of hold over it, and you are able to do with it as you please. Return it to the cycle, Liz. You will remember this, Theos. Remember that no man can hide the truth forever, and all you've done was done in futility. Your memory shall be your penance. Tear his soul apart. Banish his soul to Brith Eamon. Destroy all memories contained within. Your memory makes you a slave to your own past. Perhaps it can't be undone, but it can be forgotten. It shall trouble neither of us any longer, or tear his soul apart. I don't know what to do. I'm scared of this man being around anymore. Tear his soul apart. I do not envy you, Theos. I, of all people, realize the sway memories can hold. It is time you were granted peace. You reach out for Theos' soul, and you can feel its frailty and defeat, its texture like a coarse and threadbare cloth on the brink of disintegration. You insinuate yourself between the threads, pushing the weaving apart, unraveling the stitching until it is bereft of structure, a formless heap bound together by nothing at all. In its midst, you dedicate your focus to a single idea, and the idea is shatter. You concentrate, and as you concentrate, you feel a force building within your soul, an outward pressure that strains against containment, threatening to rupture your spirit. When you can contain it no more, you transfer it into Theos' soul all at once and release it there. A detonation of will that expands in all directions, driving out the remnants of his essence, scattering it into nothingness. You can feel his presence no more. In the stillness that follows a single word, he's right there, though. A stillness that follows, a single word echoes through your mind. A word you spoke when you were one with Theos in an ancient memory. You realize it is the word that activates the machine. Why does the victory music sound so cheesy? Quick save.
Just say the word.
Why do you have this crown? I can talk to the characters I didn't make. Let's talk to a deer.
Theos, he had hold of your soul from a long time back, seems like.
Get what you needed from him? I got an
get what
answer
you
to an
needed from
old
him?
question. I don't understand what the answer was. What did I miss? I got justice.
Not many can say that these days. Not in this country where they think the gods have abandoned them. You'll be feeling better soon then. Good. That's real good. You got it figured out what you're going to do about all that? Got a lot of people out there thinking they've been abandoned by their gods. There's not much that'll put the fear in you more than that. Take my word. If it was in my power, and I know it's not, but if it was, I'd send every last one of those souls right back where they were supposed to go in the first place. So folks could get back to believing what they used to. And after what you've been through, though, I'm sure you got your own ideas. Better make it good.
He winks. What about Durance?
Ah, the end of the road greets us at last. You fared well, Watcher. Better than any Watcher has right to. Seems you were a field in need of a flame's cleansing. But with that trial's end, a new one begins. A god's trial. And I will stand in judgment without mercy.
What about you? We learned about your
Theos
past
may
all
be
at
gone,
once.
But his crimes, the wounds he has inflicted, remain. And yet, if we would free ourselves from his legacy, you must first free the souls he has trapped. His work cannot be undone. Chaining these souls to broken lives will only prolong it.
You're right.
It is not the easy choice, Watcher. But much ill comes from forcing the world into a shape that does not fit it. We must allow for the mercies of the cycle to heal the lost, and live with our wounds for a time.
Certainly.
Should we have a battle royale to the death amongst all my characters?
Hey.
Just at the very end. Just have both warriors go at it. Hilda would win. She's got more hit points.
Yes?
Just turn around and just be all like... I can't.
Certainly.
As you approach the machine, the path underfoot suddenly changes to a cobbled road. If you hadn't expected visions like this already in Tyr Evron, you'd be tempted to believe if the machine had sucked you into it and deposited you in the middle of nowhere. The sun blazes overhead, and the rolling meadows and thick forests on either side of the road could be anywhere in the Deer Wood. A shrill cackle turns your head. Standing next to you is a malnourished man clad in a threadbare loincloth and manacles. His entire body is striped with lash marks, and there are scarred pits where his nose and ears should be. He stinks of stale sweat and unwashed filth. You notice someone wandering down the road, but the figure's back is to you. The scarred slave has your attention for now.
You know something of quiet servitude, Watcher. Groveling and simpering before the gods whose aid you need, so that when they finally raise you to a place of power, you can seize what you desire.
Maybe I shouldn't have talked to all the gods.
You have labored at the pleasure of others. That shriveled hag in Hadrat House, those pompous deer wooden zealots, the wretched tribesmen playing out their fantasies of grandeur. And then you cowered and knelt before the gods themselves, begging one paltry favor and receiving riddles and visions in response. And now the gods give you orders and commands, even while you set out to fix what they cannot. Yet what have they offered you?
Given the breadth of the iron manacle, it's amazing that he can raise his bone-thin arm, but he does, and he points to the person walking the other way along the road.
The exiled queen is not an ungrateful patron.
Get a better look at the lone figure and realize that she's wearing robes tattered and singed, but fine nonetheless. On her head is the silhouette of a broken helm. That's Wodaka. She continues walking, her pace slow but determined.
Finish the work Theos began. Strengthen Wodaka with these souls and allow her to become the most powerful of all the gods, with you as her favorite.
Why the fuck would I listen to him? I've been working against Wodaka this whole time. Why would she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal service? Helping Wodaka would mean that the secrets of the gods stay hidden. He rubs his hands together, his black eyes gleaming. Safely hidden, yes. From the violent overlords who would cease to fear punishment in the next life. From the heavy-handed masters who would answer to no one. The world needs some schemes, or are souls of kith so pure that you would snap the tenuous threads that bind society. I've been working against Wodaka this whole time. Why would she thank me now after I've defeated her most loyal servant? The ragged hole in Skane's face wrinkles with disgust. Loyal and weak. Theos proved his inadequacy when he failed to anticipate you. A plan exposed is worse than none at all. But you have proven resourceful, equal to the schemes of the gods. Wodaka has a long memory, Watcher, for both friends and foes, and she keeps her oaths. What do you mean by her favored? Because apparently I have no other option. The recipient of Wodaka's blessings. She has always had a place for mortals of particular merit. If you help her now, she will become the most powerful of all the gods, and you will be the one who made her so. Think of the lifetimes of reward you would reap. Durance is like listening in over my shoulder. The only reward I wish is the joy of pulling bloody shards of her broken crown from my staff when I have finished with her trial. Skane turns his flinty eyes on Durance. So your companion who's been abandoned by his own god, do you really trust him to make alliances for you? Skane takes a bundle at his feet and hefts the burden onto his back. I have explained the alternative, Watcher. Continue as a pawn of the gods, or a partner of one. It's kind of bullshit, this entire ending. At the other end of the road, the figure stops. She turns her head just enough to look over her shoulder. Her face is mostly hidden, but one merciless eye peers at you from a cheek of rippled, scorched flesh. I won't help you.
You say that now, but when you're standing in front of the machine, considering the lifetimes and the powers that await you, we'll see what you do.
He continues down the road, and when the sun suddenly drops below the horizon, it plunges you into momentary darkness. You come to your senses in front of the machine. All these evils we've seen, going all the way back to the Saints' War, that was all Wodaka. Imagine if she was stronger on top of it. With your companions bearing witness, you step up to the place where Theos once stood before his people long ago. The great machine lies in front of you, idle, ready. What? Can this wait?
Because I'm really tired. Can you put the clothes in the dryer before you go to bed?
Okay, you text that next time.
It's very important.
Isn't there stuff already in the dryer? You have seen this machine and others like it in operation. You understand how it works. It is a device for directing souls. As a watcher, it would be a simple matter to influence that direction, though as big as the machine is, it might be the last thing you ever do. Speak the command to activate the machine. There is a shrieking of stone grinding against stone as old cogs loosen and begin to turn. You have only moments before the souls will be sent into the Adra vein. This will be your only chance at redirecting them. Send the souls back into the reincarnation cycle, return the souls to the bodies they were intended for, and tropically disintegrate the souls ending their existence. Distribute the essence to existing souls in Deerwood to strengthen them. Allow the souls to pass through the vein to Wodaka. Disperse the souls to an unknown location. So I can power Wodaka. I can strengthen everyone as they are already. I'm so confused. I mean, I wanted to return them to the bodies they were intended for, but I am sick and tired of the gods in general. But all of them are sitting there and trying to tell me a different thing to do. The only thing they haven't told me to do was to distribute them to the existing souls. But there was one set of gods I didn't talk to, and they might have said that one. Return the souls to the bodies they were intended for. I almost want to disperse them to an unknown location. But I feel this is correct. At least in the form of just, it feels more right. You close your eyes and expand your perception outward, taking in the immense totality of the tens of thousands of souls orbiting the chamber. Your grasp on the souls is tenuous. You find yourself fighting to keep them all within your influence, and you can feel them slipping away from you as the machine gains speed. A brief moment comes. I won the game. Achievement. A brief moment comes when it feels as though you hold all of them at once, and their force is so great it feels as though they will tear you apart. In that moment, you dedicate your entire being to bending their orbit, channeling their flow in a new direction.
At your command, the ancient device became your instrument, spinning to life with deafening resonance and gathering up the swirling essence like thread on a great spindle. There, in the pale, pulsing glow of the machine that set you on this path long ago, you summoned all your strength, focusing on your objective and blocking out all else. With a single concussive blast that rocked the chamber and sent you tumbling to the ground, you freed the souls from their stasis. Exhausted, your consciousness slipping away, your last sight was of the machine, dark and dormant. Then your eyes closed, and sleep welcomed you at long last. After coming to and searching for some time, you discovered the route Theos used to enter Sun and Shadow, and embarked on a long and arduous ascent back to the surface. You emerged in Ter Evron after days of tunneling through the rubble Theos had left behind, and when you stepped into the daylight, you were faced with a different Deerwood than the one you had left. At your direction, the souls diverted by Theos were guided back to the vessels originally meant for them. For the first time, parents of hollow-born children woke to the cries of their infants, and looked into their eyes to see them staring back. People fell to their knees where they stood, thanking Helia or Mogren, or even Aethys for their forgiveness of whatever guilt they felt they bore. But for all the relief that had come to some parents, others only found new grief. For many thousands of Hollowborn had died during Wide One's legacy, many by their parents' own hands. For those children, there would be no homecoming.
Yeah, I knew that was going to be a
Yet
thing.
the last Hollow birth was in the past now, and those parents willing to risk trying for a new child were frequently rewarded, often with twins. Many felt they saw Helia's hand in it, and the year would be remembered as the year of Helia's splendor. Lord Radric's zeal had brought him back to life once, but it would not do so again. Radric's destruction at your hands spelled the end of his suffocating rule over Gilded Vale and the surrounding area. In his absence, the village prospered, becoming a popular destination for new settlers anxious to leave Defiance Bay after the riots.
Damn straight.
Without a nearby ruler, it also grew more wild, with many settlers moving on as soon as they'd arrived, turned off by lawlessness that was excessive even by Deerwood standards.
Oh, was I supposed to fix that?
Despite the challenges of living there, Gilded Vale had survived, and would continue to survive for the foreseeable future. Following the assassinations of Duke Avar Wolfgren and Lady Webb, Defiance Bay was thrown into political upheaval. In the ensuing weeks, the streets had become the domain of looters and blackguards. Few dared to step outside their own doors alone or unarmed.
Yeah, I can't help that.
But once the dozens had regrouped in the wake of the riots, they quickly put an end to the criminal activity. They patrolled the streets in droves and administered their brand of law on any perceived offenders.
I think it's because I helped the dozens.
This was not the erratic justice of the mob, however. The dozens had taken to heart the strengths of their adversaries, the Knights of the Crucible, and emerged as a far more organized, disciplined force. With the waning strength of the other Defiance Bay powers, the leadership of the Dozens took the opportunity to establish its own group as the dominant peacekeeping force in the city. The Dozens would soon find themselves overwhelmed by the problems of a leaderless metropolis. But they found an uneasy new partner in the surviving forces of the Crucible Knights, who understood the city's infrastructure and were able to keep the worst of its problems under control. Though the machine atop Ter Noaneth had been disabled, it had not seen its last use. Heritage Hill was rebuilt, and no sooner had the first families moved in to resettle the district than members of the Leaden Key, acting under standing orders from their Grand Master, climbed the tower and reactivated the machine.
Really?
The initiates slew a handful of the new settlers under cover of night, and watched as history repeated itself, the victims reanimating and devouring the survivors. After this second incident, the district would remain abandoned.
Theos had that machine
the
set
Duke's
there.
assassination at the apparent hands of an Animancer had caused catastrophic rioting in the streets of Defiance Bay. But those who had escaped the melee and the palace hearings remembered the testimonies of the strange guest who had shown up that day and absolved Animancy, implicating the Leaden Key instead. The rumor spread quickly, and soon the popular belief was that the assassin had been a Leaden Key spy. When
Which
the
was
legacy
true.
had lifted, people came to see it not as a sign that the riots had been according to the gods' wishes, as Theos had hoped, but as a confirmation that Animancy had never been the source of the problem in the first place. Deerwoodans instead convinced themselves that the riots had somehow purged Defiance Bay of Leaden Key spies, and that the end of Whitewind's legacy was their well-deserved reward. The rage against Animancers was quickly forgotten,
Just 2023,
and
thank you for
those
the
who
follow.
had survived were permitted to return to Brackenberry Sanitarium and rebuild it so they might resume their studies.
Okay, we messed that place
The
up. That's
fortress
'cause
of
Theos.
Cadnua emerged as a bastion of security in the midst of an untamed land.
I didn't finish that
becoming the
dungeon.
envy of every Thane and Earl in Deerwood. Legend grew over time of its impregnability, and stories of formidable invaders easily scattered by the keep's defenses became popular around the hearths of Deerwoodinians. Likewise, it also became a beacon to travelers, merchants, and visiting dignitaries alike. Reputed as the finest fortress in all Deerwood, people would journey from near and distant lands alike to experience its fabled hospitality and grandeur. Adair chose not to return home to Gilded Vale. Through a number of quiet inquiries, he soon found his way into the underground organization of Aethasians known as the Night Market. Ironically, in learning that the gods had been fabricated, Adair found his faith in Aethus renewed, and that his god was neither alive nor truly a god had become irrelevant. He rose quickly through the ranks of the Night Market for his optimism and for his bold leadership, his ultimate goal to make the Deerwood a place that would welcome followers of the Shining God once again. When the dust settled in sun and shadow, Aloth looked upon the remains of Theos Ix Arcanon, his former master. He saw where the Grandmaster had gone wrong, and he knew what he would do better. The secret of the gods would be preserved, and with it, the sanity and well-being of all Kith. He donned the remains of Theos' ceremonial garb, and prepared himself for the long and lonely task ahead. With both their aims fulfilled, Kanarua bid the Watcher farewell, and sailed back to his beloved Rawatai.
Rawatai.
There, he
That's how you
reported on
pronounce
his
it.
findings to the Lore College. Kana spoke of the Engwithan people, describing both their vile experiments and their inspiring accomplishments.
I stuck him off
He
to the
spoke
side as
too of
quickly
the
as
destruction
possible.
of the tablet by the Leaden Key, and the group's efforts to erase the Engwithan legacy from the world. Both inspiration and cautionary tales, he said, could be found in the world beyond Rawatai's borders. Kana urged his people to continue to pursue knowledge abroad, so that the lessons found there might benefit Tekoa. Kana's inability to prove his theory of Engwithan influence diminished his academic standing, but his passion drew much interest from those less concerned with degrees. Kana swiftly became an influential figure in the move toward a more collaborative approach to expansion on the northern continent. In his personal life, he came to enjoy the reputation of an affable eccentric, willing to share grand and impossible secrets, along with a drink and a song. With Theos defeated and the souls released from sun and shadow, healthy children were born once again in the Deerwood. The grieving mother sought a place where she might do penance for the birthing bell. She returned to Deerford, where, to the astonishment of the villagers, she delivered the first healthy child in over a decade. She remained there, and with each new birth, she saw a measure of hope restored to the Deerwood, and a measure of grace for her own troubled past. Durrance continued to blame Woodica for the atrocities of the Saints' War. Believing Magrin to have been a pawn in the machinations of the Queen that was, and feeling that Theos's expulsion had been a step towards reconciliation with his goddess, Durrance tried for a time to reopen communication with her. When only silence came, he took it as a condemnation of his continued existence. Ultimately, he built a pyre and threw himself upon it, using his own shattered staff as kindling.
Bitch, I found you that staff.
Sagani experienced the 4 months of her journey back to Masuk in vivid colors. She strove to memorize every moment of her final trip through the Deerwood, Glonfoth, the Valian Republics, and beyond, preparing to tell her village of what she had seen on her long journey. All of Masuk shared in her triumph, and she felt her pride and elation magnified by the joy of her village. Never again did she doubt the value of her sacrifices. After decades as a long hunter, Sagani finally became one of Masuk's most respected elders. She guided her community with wise counsel, and a generation after she finally passed, another huntress journeyed into the world to find her soul. For you, the death of Theos brought an end to your waking visions, and a silence to the whispers of the past. In their absence, you were able to sleep. The questions of a distant lifetime ceased to trouble your soul. All that remained was what to make of the answer. But at the moment, there was little to be done, and the matter would have to wait. A long journey loomed ahead.
Wouldn't it be a journey back to Caed Nua? I own that place. How long is this fucking outro? This outro is really good though, Kim, because it really covered everything. That's how long it was. I skipped to the credits, because fuck those. Oh my god, I actually finally beat it. It only took 155 total hours. Thank you for coming. I'm gonna go and buy myself Pillars of Eternity too, because I've been waiting to play that one for a while now. I feel like there was stuff I missed, but I don't care. I've been playing this one for 155 hours. Let me see if there's anyone we can send you guys to. Cammy Kims is playing something. I don't know what that is. Techno Babylon. We're going to send you to Kimmy. Have a good one, guys, and thank you for coming. Goodbye.